Welcome to Fantasy Audiobook. I am Invincible as the Black Dragon boss at the start. Chapter 21. It is precisely because of this unlucky guild. After he concurrently served as the Black Dragon boss, he became fat directly. Thinking about it now, I still have endless aftertaste, just waiting to see when the next wave of secret challenges will be. In this way, shouldn't you be joining? The other guild is also A-level, so it shouldn't be too bad. Lingshou and Yuan are both A-level guilds with strong strength. There's hardly a big gap between the two, the only difference, probably in the mix of personnel. Lingshou as a normal guild, Yuan as special, they are all girls. Currently several high-level dungeons in Tianling City, the speedrun records are almost half of the two guilds. I choose Yuan. What? Such a quick choice by Su Yang. Bai Ling was slightly taken aback. But soon, she came back to her senses, blinked her eyes, and there was a smile in her beautiful eyes. Master Brave, what a straightforward choice. Master Brave. Su Yang noticed that Bai Ling's name for himself had changed. What is this, the name of the brave man? Combined with her holy priestly clothes. Why do I always feel that there is something wrong with the style of painting? As such that, after selecting the guild to join, your temple VIP status is verified. According to the 321st rule of the temple rules, the regulations on appellation of priests in the temple, I need to call you Lord Brave. Ahem, cough, okay. The rules of your career-changing temple have nothing to do with me now. I can go. Sure, Bai Ling nodded. It's just that her face was also slightly red. This was the first time she met a 5-star job changer since she became a temple priest. Naturally, it was also the first time that he personally pronounced the special title of Master Brave. But, as a temple priest, her professionalism is still quite reliable. I saw her bowing slightly towards Su Yang. If Lord Brave needs anything, you can always go back to the job-changing temple for help. May the gods guide you. The voice fell. The previous white light flashed again. When Su Yang opened his eyes, I have been teleported to the gate of the career transfer temple. Something, for the transfer temple. It's not just that Su Yang doesn't understand, but most of the job changers do. After all, for 99% of professionals, there are only 2 requirements for job transfer and membership in the temple. It is not an exaggeration to say that someone who has completed a 5-star job transfer like Su Yang and is treated as a VIP is 1 in a million. Ding, the membership ceremony is complete, officially joining the A-level guild, Yuan. With the sound of the message prompt, Su Yang found that there was an extra guild bar in his personal interface. Among them, in the chat box of the guild interface, new information is frantically beating. Murong Shui, let me see who added it. And you, wow, it's actually a boy. G Muzzy, boy, huh. Shu Yan, obviously. Joined by Su Yang, let everyone in Yuan explode immediately. This is because Yuan only recruited girls at the beginning of its establishment. Now that a boy joined in, it naturally made them all dumbfounded. However, if you want to join the guild, you must have the consent of the president. So, Murong Shui, where is the president? Will come out and explain. Lin Yuyun, this guy was forced to join the membership of the job-changing temple, and it has nothing to do with me. Everyone, when everyone admits, it means that this matter is completely beyond their cognition. But regarding this matter, even Lin Yuyun was in a daze. It wasn't until 3 minutes later that she finally spoke again on the guild channel. Lin Yuyun, that's right, I just got to know the person who transferred to the temple. This guy completed the 5-star job transfer task and became the VIP of the temple. He can choose an A-level guild in Tianling City to join. Murong Shui, then why didn't he choose Lingshou? Doesn't he know that our guild is all girls? Wait, 5-star job change. And you, the only boy in the guild. It feels a little weird, but he is a 5-star boss. G Muzzy. Well, it's amazing. Shu Yan, I almost cried when I was doing a 4-star transfer task. Lin Yuyun, the rookie seems to have just transferred. If anyone is free, let's take him to a lower level. Murong Shui, although the 5-star job transfer is very strong, if it is just a transfer, it will too reduce our guild's combat power. I don't know if it is handsome or not. If it is handsome, it would be good to be a mascot. Everyone, Lin Yuyun, where's the newcomer? Why don't you speak? Murong Shui, pretend to be cold. And you, is my brother there? 10 minutes later. Everyone. Lin Yuyun, forget it. Let's ignore him for now. Let's go to our own business. 10 minutes ago. Su Yong just casually glanced at the guild interface and closed it. The reason why he didn't refuse to join the guild. It's just to enjoy the buff bonus of A-level guilds. There are 2 Halo bonuses for A-level guilds, experience gain plus 20%, and all attributes plus 5%. These 2, no matter which one they are, have a huge addition to Su Yong. This is because when Su Yong was concurrently serving as the boss, the experience he gained was close to 1 million. In this way, the 20% bonus is tantamount to being infinitely magnified. Coupled with the terrifying attribute panel, even if it is only a 5% bonus, it is still a big improvement. As for the others, Su Yong didn't care. Team up to brush books. Was taken to upgrade. Don't care at all. All he wants now is to go home and relax. Then wait for the next time as a boss, and then make another wave, and directly upgrade to the full level. Start your next career change. It is very comfortable for others to move, why do you want to move yourself? I understand everything. However, Su Yong also has some expectations. Speaking of which, it would be great if we could come to an S-level guild. If I don't let them get Dragon Slaying Heart according to the outrageous panel of the Black Dragon boss, it shouldn't be difficult to destroy the group, right? The stuff from the S-level guild should be much better than the A-level guild, right? Tianling City, Yuyun Building. This is the location of the A-level guild, Yuyun. At this time, in the president's office, a petite girl with twin ponytails was lying on the sofa. A pair of slender and fair little long legs swayed and swayed, holding a comic book in his hand and reading it with relish. The girl's name is Lin Yuyu, the president of the B-level guild, Yuyu, in Tianling City. Suddenly, a message popped up, making her put down the comic book in her hand. Shu Yan, President, we have arrived in Tianling City, why are you not in the guild building? Well, it turned out that Shu Yan had returned. Lin Yuyu remembered that Shu Yan returned to Dongling City this time. I just met a girl who awakened the hidden profession, Ice Elementalist. That girl seemed to be neighbors with Shu Yan before, and they had a good relationship, so she was directly invited to Yuyu. Thinking of this, Lin Yuyu typed in the message box. Lin Yuyu, I'm at my sister's place now, you can bring her here directly. Shu Yan, okay. After explaining, Lin Yuyu sat up. Glancing at her sister Lin Yuyu next to her. The old lady's expression doesn't seem right. Lin Yuyu quickly jumped off the sofa and came to Lin Yuyun's side. Stretching out his hand, wrapping his arms around Lin Yuyun's neck, he asked with a smile. Sister, what's the matter? Tell me about something unhappy. Lin Yuyun took a long breath. As a sister who is 3 years older than Lin Yuyu, she and Lin Yuyu are 80% similar in appearance. But compared to the quirky and playful younger sister Lin Yuyu, as an elder sister, she still needs to be more stable. Our guild just added a new member. New member? What's the trouble? He's a man. Well, Lin Yuyu froze for a moment. How could a man join my sister's guild? As an A-level guild, Yuyun receives a large number of membership applications almost every day. But none of these applications were male. This is because. But anyone who has heard of Yuyun, we all know that this is a guild that only recruits girls. Now, why would a boy join in? Moreover, joining a guild requires the approval of the president. But looking at my sister's appearance, she is clearly unwilling. He completed the 5-star job transfer task, and was recognized as a VIP by the job transfer temple, and he can choose an A-level guild to join at will. Then why didn't he choose Ling Shou? Lin Yuyu asked with some confusion. I do not know either. It stands to reason that the transfer temple should introduce him to the situation of Yuyun. Lin Yuyun slowly shook her head. She really couldn't figure it out. But this is a compulsory membership of the job-changing temple, and there is no way to refuse it. Moreover, unless the other party quits in person, she, as the president, cannot perform the kick-off operation. Heard the words, Lin Yuyu pursed her lips. Suddenly, that pretty little Chong wrinkled her nose slightly. I see. What do you know? That guy must have done it on purpose. He must know that Yuan is full of beautiful sisters, so he deliberately didn't go to spirit hunting and planned to go to your sister's guild to find a partner. At first, I thought that Lin Yuyu had really analyzed something. It turned out to be such an unreliable reason. Lin Yuyun tapped on her little sister's head. What do you think about in your little head every day? If it's what you said, he should be very enthusiastic after joining the guild. But in fact, after he joined, he didn't even post a message in the guild column. We called him and he didn't respond. You don't understand that. Lin Yuyu frowned, and put her hands on her hips. Immediately become a master of emotional analysis of men and women. He's called playing hard to get. The purpose is to create a high cold personality for you, to make you curious. This is called Hua. Sister, you and Sister Marong must not be fooled by him. Here, Lin Yuyun really has black lines all over her head. Go, 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 how could Marong Shui and the others have a crush on him? Even if he completes the 5-star job change, it's only one job change. Marong and the others probably don't even take a look at a man who hasn't reached rank 4. Boom boom boom. Just when the two sisters were arguing about this matter, suddenly there was a knock on the door. Sister Shu Yan should be here. And my new member, I heard that she is a very beautiful younger sister. After saying that, Lin Yuyu went to open the door. Sure enough, the visitors were Shu Yan, who had just returned from Dongling City, and Ji Yu Xuechen. When I saw Ji Yu Xuechen, Lin Yuyu's eyes lit up. As a color control, she not only likes handsome guys, but also beautiful women. Xuechen, this is the president of our Yu. It will grow well. Ji Yu Xuechen said hello nervously. This is the president of the B-level guild. At the very least, he is also a 3-rank boss. Although it doesn't look much older than her. But Ji Yu Xuechen is still a little restrained. I heard from Sister Shu Yan that you are a hidden profession, ice elementalist, right? Then I'll just call you Xiaoshui from now on. Compared to the reserved Ji Yu Xuechen, Lin Yuyu is completely familiar with it. Not only enthusiastically pulled Ji Yu Xuechen into the room, he also introduced Lin Yuyun to her. By the way, this is my sister, the president of the A-level guild, Yuan. You are a hidden profession. When you grow up, you can just quit Yu and join my sister guild. Okay. Ji Yu Xuechen nodded slightly. Along the way, Shu Yan had already introduced her to the relationship between Yu and Yuan. So after hearing Lin Yuyu's words, she didn't show too much surprise. As a hidden profession, she thought that she was qualified to join an A-level guild. It's getting late today. Wait until tomorrow. I'll arrange someone to take you to level up. Try to see if you can make it within a week. Thank you, President. You're welcome, it's all due. While the two were talking, Lin Yuyun at the side lazily stretched. The perfect body curve is exposed. For the time being, she left behind the troubles of the new member. Focus on Ji Yu Xuechen, the reserve member. She looked at Ji Yu Xuechen with a smile. I didn't expect Dongling City to be so powerful this year. Not only a newcomer with a 5-star job change, but also a hidden job. Ice Elementalist, the potential for future development is huge. I'm already looking forward to you becoming a member of our Yuan main team. Speaking of which, Lin Yuyun suddenly seemed to think of something. Changing the topic. By the way, since you are also from Dongling City, then have you ever heard of the name Su Yang? Have you ever heard the name Su Yang? After Lin Yuyun suddenly asked such a question. To be honest, Ji Yu Xuechen was really stunned for a while. Because she never expected it. Will be on this occasion. It will be in Lin Yuyun's mouth. Here's Su Yang's name. You know, Lin Yuyun is not only the president of the A-level guild, Yuyun. She herself is a super boss who is close to rank 5. As for Su Yang, just being like herself, it's just a newcomer who just completed the awakening ceremony. And many more. Ji Yu Xuechen suddenly remembered. At that time, he was in front of the job transfer temple. Su Yang beat Wang Fei's powerful strength alone. Plus, the fact that he went to the Cold Moon Forest. Could it be that the boss who brought Su Yang to the upgrade is Lin Yuyun? Or a member of the Yuan guild? Otherwise, why would Lin Yuyun ask about Su Yang? If my guess is correct, then everything makes sense. With the help of A-level guilds, it is not difficult at all to upgrade to a dozen levels within half a day. Thinking of this, Ji Shueqin was about to speak. But at this moment, however, it was interrupted by the beautiful shadow that hurried in from outside the door. White hair, princess cut, tear mole at the corner of the eye. She is another beautiful woman. It's not someone else. It is one of the vice presidents of Yuan. Level 92 4-turn ice and snow controller, Mirong Shui. President, I have something important to report. Mirong Shui went straight to the point. However, she didn't continue talking. Instead, they set their eyes on Xu Yan and Ji Shueqin. Xu Yan naturally understood what Mirong Shui meant, and immediately said, President, I'll take Shueqin to familiarize myself with Tianling City first, and then I'll leave. Well, you go first. Lin Yuyu nodded along the way. Since Mirong Shui said it was an important matter, then it must be inappropriate for Xu Yan and Ji Shueqin to be present. After the two left, Mirong Shui glanced outside the door, and asked curiously, Who is the person that Xu Yan brought just now? Sister Mirong, she is a newcomer I just recruited. She has a hidden job, Ice Elemental Envoy. Lin Yuyu said without complacency, her small face was full of pride. You know, hidden occupations are quite popular. If it wasn't for Xu Yan's good relationship with the other party, how could it not be her, Yu? Well, that's not bad. Mirong Shui nodded. When she first woke up, it is a rare professional ice mage that is one level lower than the ice elementalist. After 4 turns, he was successfully promoted to an extremely powerful ice and snow master. In this way, if this newcomer is trained properly, he should become one of the main forces of Yuan in the future. Mirong, you just said that you have something important to report, what is it? As the president, Lin Yuyun and his younger sister Lin Yuyu have different concerns. What she cared about was the important matter that Mirong Shui said to report just now. As such that, Mirong Shui poured herself a glass of water. After drinking it all, he said slowly, I just learned. Ling Shou was wiped out once by the regiment when he tried to clear the Black Dragon Fortress today. Their vice president named Zhao Ming even exploded his weapon. The Ling Shou main team is now all re-leveling together. I think I can take this opportunity to try to attack Giant Deep Forest. If the strategy is successful, then President, you will be one step ahead of that guy Lei Shan by 5 turns. Listen to Mirong Shui's report. Lin Yuyun frowned unconsciously. Ling Shou was wiped out in Black Dragon Fortress. Why does this kind of thing sound impossible? You know, the main force of Ling Shou is almost all level 90 and up. Not only is his personal strength tyrannical, but also his equipment is comprehensive and extremely strong. And that Black Dragon Fortress is just a diamond-level secret realm, how could it be possible for them to be wiped out directly? Seeing that Lin Yuyun seemed hesitant, Mirong Shui continued to add. Although I don't know what the Ling Shou group of guys are doing, but the destruction of the group is a 100% fact. Also, didn't that guy Zhao Ming's weapon explode in the secret realm? I took a look and there is a Call of the Storm hanging in Jubao Pavilion right now for auction. Currently there is only one bidder in Tianling City, and it is 100% from Ling Shou. So, I directly raised the price for him. Originally more than 1 billion can be sold. I raised him to 1.4 billion and asked him to spend an extra 400 million. Sister Mirong, you are good or bad, I love you so much. Lin Yuyu said with a smile on the side. Mirong Shui rolled her eyes, ignored her, but looked at Lin Yuyun. President, what are your plans? Lin Yuyun pondered a little. She and Lei Shan are both level 99, and both have reached the threshold of rank 5. The job transfer materials that Lei Shan needs are in Black Dragon Fortress. Her job transfer materials are in another diamond-level secret realm, Giant Deep Forest. Ling Shou, now that the car has overturned. What if she rashly leads the main group of Yuan to drive the Giant Deep Forest? What if the car overturns? Group destruction is no joke. Not only do you have to suffer the penalty of level drop, you also need to bear the possibility of props and equipment falling. After thinking for a long time, Lin Yuyun made a relatively safe and prudent decision. So, anyway, Ling Shou will take about a week for them to restore their level. In this week, I'll see if I can buy a strategy for Giant Deep Forest from Tianji Pavilion. If possible, let's try to conquer it once, what do you think? I have no problem, I will listen to the president. Then it's decided, By the way, President, the newcomer hasn't responded yet. Not yet, he doesn't seem to have read the guild news at all. HMPH, he's quite airy. But since he doesn't care about it himself, then we might as well just leave it alone. I'd like to see if he can complete the 5-star first turn, and whether he can also complete the 5-star second turn. After leaving that Yuan building, Xu Yan took Jiyu Shuechen to get acquainted with Tianling City. As a secondary city, Tianling City is many times more prosperous than Dongling City. Regardless of the various infrastructures, the scale of the job transfer temple alone is several times more magnificent than Dongling City. After getting acquainted with Tianling City, Xu Yan took Jiyu Shuechen back to Yuyu headquarters and talked about Murong Shui who just appeared. The beauty you saw just now is called Murong Shui, she is Yu Yun's famous beauty. Those who want to chase her can probably line up from the entrance of the career transfer temple in the west to the teleportation center in the east. She, like you, is an ice mage. When she first awakened, she was an ice mage just like your classmate named Wang Fei. As for the latter, turn 1 to 4, all 4-star job changes, which is amazing. According to the president's idea, it should be to let you grow up and learn from her. Don't worry, Yuan and Yu are originally sister guilds, and the flow of personnel between each other is normal. Murong Shui looks aloof, but he's actually easy to talk to. While talking, the two of them had already arrived in front of the Yuyu building. The people who went in and out of the building were almost all above the second turn. However, it is different from Yuan, that is, Yuyu still has many male members. By the way, who is the Suyong that the president asked you just now? Do you know him? Xu Yan suddenly asked curiously. In fact, she also wanted to know what kind of person she was. It was actually able to make Lin Yuyun, the head of the conference, ask about the situation on purpose. Well, I know, Suyong was that handsome guy you said you saw in the career transfer temple. We also saw him once when we were in the transmission center. Wow, so it's him. Xu Yan showed a look of sudden realization. But then quickly frowned again. That's not right, the big president doesn't have the nympho attributes like the little president. Besides, the president has never been to Dongling City recently, so how would he know there is such a person? I'm not too sure either. Jiyu Shuechen couldn't figure it out either. She guessed earlier that Suyong was brought to upgrade by Yuan. But thinking about it later, it seems that Suyong never left Dongling City. How could it be possible to know Yuan for no reason? Besides, she also knows now that the members of Yuan are all girls. How could such a top guild have anything to do with Suyong? Well, I'll ask my sister to ask. She is also one of the main team members of Yuan. Let me see if she knows the situation. With that said, Xu Yan clicked on the communication interface. Send a message to her sister Xu Yan. Xu Yan, sis, have you heard of the name Suyong? Xu Yan, automatic reply, I am in a secret realm, so I can't reply, please forgive me. It's not here. Then I have to ask next time. Anyway, she was just gossiping. Let's go up first and plan the upgrade route for you tomorrow. Okay, sorry for the trouble, Sister Xu Yan. Dongling City. At home, Suyong was lying on the sofa happily. While watching TV, while eating snacks, very moist and comfortable. Suddenly, a message popped up on the communication interface. After taking a look, it turned out to be news from Jubao Pavilion. Suyong clicked on the message. Ding! The diamond rank weapon, Call of the Storm, you sold at the auction house currently has the highest bid of 1.43 billion Dragon Sha coins. According to the evaluation, it has already surpassed the average highest price by 40%. Are you sure the sale is confirmed? I go. 1.4 billion. Su Yang's original base price was 500 million. The psychological expectation of the final transaction price is 1 billion, which is also the average highest price in the market. As a result, now, there is an abrupt increase of 430 million. What's going on? Su Yang called out the corresponding bidding information and glanced at it. For this call of the storm, only 2 people participated in the bidding. After one of them bids, the other seems to be against him, and always wants to raise some. At last, as a result, its price was directly fixed at 1.43 billion. If you don't know, you may think that person is the entrustment invited by Su Yang. Confirm transaction. A weapon I can't use myself. It was directly sold for a sky-high price of 1.43 billion. If this is not sold, it is not justified. Ding. Transaction confirmed. Transaction successful. The system has detected that you are a distinguished X-Alliance Black Gold member. You are exempted from all handling fees when trading in the auction house, and you will receive a reward of 5% of the auction price. Ding. Your account credited. 1.5015 billion. Current balance, 1.5515 billion. Comfortable. Totally comfortable. You know, there is a handling fee for trading in the auction house. The higher the price, the higher the handling fee. Like this one with a price of more than 1 billion. Generally, there is a handling fee of about 5%. Now because of my X-League Black Gold status, I can directly reduce all of them. In addition to the 5% rebate benefits, it is equivalent to directly giving Su Yang 10% more. 10% of more than 1.4 billion, that is more than 100 million. Plus the remaining 50 million after selling sundries last time. Su Yang's net worth has directly reached a terrifying 1.55 billion. Directly, it's so cool. No wonder that kind of one knife 999. With a single cut, there are so many people playing the game. This time, Su Yang experienced what is called real high coolness. Now, there was only one thought in his mind. That is to hurry to tomorrow and wait for the concurrent boss opportunity to refresh. Then, please invite the next lucky viewer. The next day. On the outskirts of Tianling City. Black Dragon Fortress, the entrance to the secret realm. A strong man with scars all over his face was standing in front of the entrance with his eyes closed. Just standing there gives people an extremely powerful sense of oppression. As a result, those who passed by hurriedly quickened their pace, lest they disturb the boss's rest. The man is Zhou Tai, one of the members of Tianji Pavilion SS Level Guild Question Group. Level 110, Rank 5, Violent Blood Warrior, is extremely powerful, even enough to be ranked among the top 5 in Tianling City. At this time, he came here just to verify what Lei Shan said about the strategy error, and he was going to re-raid this Black Dragon Fortress. If the strategy is really wrong, then Ling Shou's loss will be borne by the Tianji Pavilion. Last night, Lei Shan has already sent him the summary list of Ling Shou's losses. He took a look, and the overall loss of Ling Shou was about 2.3 billion. This price is nothing to a behemoth like Tianji Pavilion. But the problem is, the strategy is wrong. This is a fatal blow to the golden signboard of Tianji Pavilion. Even if Zhou Tai is very busy recently, he must set aside time to push this dungeon again. The purpose is not to let Tianji Pavilion pay less 2.3 billion. It's just to prove that there is no problem with the strategy sold by Tianji Pavilion. After a while, Zhou Tai opened his eyes slowly. After looking at the time, his brows could not help frowning. There are only 5 minutes left until the start time that was agreed yesterday. No one has arrived yet. As the promotion guild of Tianji Pavilion, Exploration Group members are widely distributed all over the country. Each city will appoint a person in charge, specialized in coordinating and planning missions such as dungeon promotion and secret land raiders. Zhou Tai is the person in charge of the Exploration Group in Tianling City. Within his jurisdiction, there are a total of 5 members of the Secret Exploration Group. 2 of them couldn't get away for the time being, and the remaining 3 had confirmed that they had time. Just when Zhou Tai was about to send a message to remind him. Not far away, the figures of the 3 finally slowly appeared. Level 108 Rank 5 Violent Healing Priest, Zhang Kashin. Level 103 Turn 5 Shadow Hunter, Lu Si. Level 104, Rank 5, Mountain Formation Master, Zhuang Zhen. These 3 people are members of the Secret Exploration Group who were active in the area around Tianling City during this period. Each of them is an extremely powerful job changer, who can make Tianling City tremble by stomping casually. Gathering here at this time naturally attracted the attention of countless people. They're all rank 5 bosses. This is really a boss. Do you understand the gold content of Secret Quest? As expected of the speedrunning record holder of the high-level Secret Realm, the strength of the lineup of the Secret Exploration Group, how can others compare? If I remember correctly, this Black Dragon Fortress has already been conquered by the bosses of the Secret Quest before. What's the situation now? Hush, be quiet. I heard that Ling Shou bought a strategy for Black Dragon Fortress from Tianji Pavilion, and this strategy seems to have question. I've also heard that Ling Shou has directly wiped out a group. Now several advanced leveling areas near Tianling City are all reserved by Spirit Shou. Is it true? Ling Shou was wiped out by the group. Isn't it going to be overwhelmed by Yuan now? Hush your mother's voice and you'll die. Why are you standing there without seeing the president of Ling Shou? I saw everyone gathered in the question group. Lei Shan, who had been standing by the side before, finally came in front of them. Although he is the president of Ling Shou, he can be regarded as a big boss in Tianling City. But in front of a few people, it is still necessary to keep a low profile. I saw him greet several people with a smile on his face. Hi everyone, I'm sorry to trouble everyone. Result. Only Zhou Tai nodded slightly. The others acted as if they hadn't seen him. This made Lei Shan very embarrassed. It is neither advancing nor retreating for a while. Fortunately, in the end, it was Zhou Tai who rescued him. President Lei, you just wait outside. We will enter the secret realm right away, and we will send you the record of the customs clearance process later. Okay, thank you Zhou Tong for taking care of me. After Lei Shan thanked him, then consciously retreated to the side again. He is very clear, in front of this group of rank 5 bosses. There is actually not much difference between his 4th rank and other 3 rank and 2nd rank professionals. Are you all ready? Zhou Tai withdrew his gaze, looked at the other 3 and asked. Don't worry, brother Zhou, I promise you'll be fine. Level 103 Shadowhunter Lucy grinned. That attitude was in stark contrast to the previous indifference to Lei Shan. Brother Zhou, I haven't seen you for so long, do you miss me? The one who spoke was the only woman among the 4, Zhang Kexin. As a rank 5 nanny, her figure is completely in line with her strength. The turbulent waves, under the cover of the tube-top priest's long skirt, still hold the Pippa half hidden. She is not the strongest in the team, but she is definitely the most eye-catching one. Most of the crowd watching and joining in the fun focus their eyes on her. Even Lu Si, who is in the same team, would glance over there from time to time. Brother Zhou, how can a diamond-level secret realm be used to mobilize so many people? I remember the last time, just the 2 of us pushed it. Do we need 4 people? The shield father of the team, Zhuang Zhen, a 5-turn mountain enchanter, obviously didn't understand Zhou Tai's approach. The last time they attacked this secret realm, they relied on him to use the mountain enchantment to support it. Then Zhou Tai went up and directly used his face to output violence, without any pressure at all. It took twice as many people and strength to push it again this time, which made him have such doubts. Some changes may have occurred in this secret realm. Anyway, you guys don't have any clearing missions on you right now, the more people you have, the faster you are. Okay, everything is ready, I'm going to open the secret realm. Okay. After everything is ready, Zhou Tai opened the entrance to the secret realm. Under everyone's gaze, the figures of the 4 slowly disappeared, and the strategy for the secret realm began. At the same time, Dongling City. In Su Yang's mind, the system's notification sounded. Boss role cooldown completed. S-level guild 4 people challenge secret realm detected, do you want to connect? Someone really challenged the secret realm. A trace of excitement flashed in Su Yang's eyes. And, it's still an S-ranked guild. As for why there are only 4 people, it should be that they have absolute confidence in their own strength. That being the case, that Su Yang said, he can only be impolite. Immediately confirmed with the system. Confirm connection. Boss connection confirmation. Connection succeeded. The familiar halo flashed. The feeling of being out of the body hits. Black Dragon Fortress. Endless fog shrouded this fort full of mysteries. That wandering monster is waiting for the lost lamb to enter the net at any time. But right now, The giant dragon perched on the fortress lifted the majestic dragon head like a mythical sculpture. In those cold golden vertical pupils, exudes the majesty that belongs only to giant dragons. This is Su Yang, once again became the terrifying black dragon boss. This feeling of being full of strength, very good. In comparison, his level 34 body was really too weak. Even the special profession branch magic warrior that has completed the 5-star job transfer. In front of the black dragon boss, he was still as weak as an ant. I don't know when I will be as strong as I am now. Su Yang pondered. Those golden dragon eyes inadvertently landed on the high prison tower next to it. There, the elf girl I met last time. At this moment, it seemed that he was sleepy, and he was curling up, hiding in a corner and falling asleep. It's just that she didn't seem to sleep well. From time to time, the clothes draped around her body were slightly tightened. It seemed that he was very disturbed and would wake up at any moment. It looks like a beautiful pet. Do not know why. Such a thought actually crossed Su Yang's mind. It's just that the idea was dismissed by him as soon as it arose. Cough cough cough. It seems that the perspective of the black dragon boss gave him too much sense of substitution. But having said that, this black dragon boss was when he was not connected. It's just an irrational creature in the secret realm, who will only act according to the rules of the secret realm. This elf girl is really pitiful. I don't know how she was kidnapped. Look away. Su Yang no longer paid attention to the elf girl. His main target this time is the 4 members of the S-level guild. This is an S-rank guild. It is countless times stronger than the A-level guild, and it is also countless times richer. There is no S-level guild in Tianling City. If I'm not mistaken. They should be the members of the famous, Secret Realm Killer, question group. It can only be said that they were unlucky and met themselves. Coming to challenge the Secret Realm this time, at least let them shed their skin. Well, it would be best if you can drop a piece of meat. The Call of the Storm dropped by Soul Hunt last time. But it really made Su Yang a fortune. This group of 5 rank bosses. It should be a Xingyao level weapon. This is an ultra-rare equipment starting at the tens of billions level. If only, they could make a blast too. Of course, the chances of this are extremely small. Su Yang doesn't think he has that kind of luck. Think so. Su Yang looked beyond the fog of the secret realm. Looking at the entrance of the secret realm. Team of 4. It is making steady progress. One of them was casting a magic-like skill. A barrier similar to an enchantment was formed around the 4 of them. It can only be said that as expected of a rank 5 boss, this enchantment barrier is extremely strong. The monsters they encountered along the way were completely defenseless. Not only that, those monsters that touched the barrier also triggered the barrier's automatic defense mechanism. A large number of rock thorns and boulders condensed from the barrier one after another, stabbing and smashing towards the monsters outside the barrier. Fully automatic defense and attack integrated barrier. 5-turn boss 666. Except for this condensation barrier. One big guy left, one big tit. Big priest. At this time, they were all strolling around under the protection of the barrier, seeming to be chatting about something. There was only one younger man left, who seemed a little bored. So he simply left the barrier range and went outside to kill monsters by himself. Su Yang noticed that his professional ability seems to be blending into the shadows. After blending into the shadows, several elite monsters were instantly killed by him walking around behind him. Should it be some special type of assassin job? Su Yang made the following judgment. 4-5 turns. If you launch an attack directly like last time. If you don't have a one-hit instant kill and are held back by them. That assassin who is good at blending into the shadows is very likely to go straight to the tomb of the unknown hero to get the dragon-slaying heart. Once they get dragon-slaying heart, they will send it 100%. As long as there is no dragon-slaying heart relying on the double bonus of the boss template and the talent of the dragon race, I should still be able to hang them. Analysis complete. Su Yang decided, no direct attack this time. Instead, go to the tomb of the unknown hero first. Get dragon-slaying heart in your hand. Let's draw the bottom line once. Once the planning is complete, let's start acting immediately. The huge wings vibrated and brought Su Yang into the air. Fly towards the tomb of the unknown warrior on the southwest side of the fortress. Fortress Fork. At present, less than 5 minutes have passed. The progress of the secret realm has reached a quarter. So far, there have been no surprises. Whether it is the distribution and types of monsters on the road, or the skills used, they are all the same as in the strategy. I guess it's Ling Shou who overturned his car and deliberately found fault. Within the enchantment, Lu Si, who had just come back from a round of killing outside, was not in the mood. While wiping the blood-stained dagger, he said with some disdain. On the side, Zhuang Zhen nodded and echoed. I think so too. The strategy is clearly correct. Step by step, what's the problem? Advance all the way to the current position. Anyway, he didn't see any difference from the strategy. He even knew the next process clearly. At this fork, head towards the tomb of the unknown hero on the southwest side. After getting Dragon Slaying Heart, go directly to the main entrance of the fortress, go up and slaughter the Black Dragon boss. With Dragon Slaying Heart, the Black Dragon boss is a muggle, so his blood is a little thicker, and the others are not at all threatening. In this way, they can all be wiped out by the group. Besides Ling Shou being too good, could there be other reasons? Views on Lu Si and Zhuang Zhen. Although Zhou Tai has not yet made a conclusion. But it's not the same as they thought. At least so far, there is no possibility of any mistakes in the strategy. Look at Zhang Kexin on the side. Because of Zhuang Zhen's barrier enchantment alone, he can easily clear the mobs on the road. The few people would not get hurt at all, and naturally they didn't need her milk, which made her feel a little bored. His eyes fell on the dagger that Lu Si was wiping, and suddenly his eyes lit up. Alright Lu Si, when did you change to a star-level dagger? Xingyao, Weiyu, Liang. These 3 levels above the diamond level are called the legendary level. Every piece of legendary equipment will have a unique mark and brilliance. For example, the dagger in Lu Si's hand. On the handle, there is a dark purple star mark, which symbolizes the quality of Xingyao rank. Hey, last time I mixed with Dadongguan in a copy of Weiyu level. After executing a small boss, I was lucky and dropped it. Although Lu Si said it calmly. But that was almost a grin behind the ears. It can fully explain the embarrassment in his heart at this time. You know, among the 4 people, except Zhou Tai's weapon is also Xingyao level. Zhuang Zhen's and Zhang Kexin's weapons are still diamond rank. The explosion rate of Xingyao level equipment is less than 1% of that of diamond level equipment. It can be said to be an extremely rare existence, otherwise the starting price of tens of billions would not be easy. Dadongguan, when did you get in touch with Dadongguan? A look of envy flashed in Zhang Kexin's eyes. General Management. It is the collective name for the person in charge of the secret exploration group in a first-level city. Those who are in charge of secondary cities like Zhou Tai are the small management. You do not know. Zhuang Zhen on the side curled his lips. This kid Lu Si has blown up with us several times. It is said that the chief executive is about to become his brother-in-law. Hearing this, Zhang Kexin opened his mouth slightly. The way he looked at Lu Si suddenly changed. What she originally thought about Zhou Tai was immediately transferred to Lu Si. When Lu Si glanced at her chest from time to time, not only did she not feel disgusted, but she even gave her a wink. Zhou Tai turned a blind eye to this. He himself has no idea about Zhang Kexin. Plus, he has confidence in his own strength. Give him another period of time, and he believes that he can also become the general manager of one side. Come on, keep pushing. Ignoring Lu Si and Zhang Kexin's exchange of glances, Zhou Tai looked as usual, and continued to direct the crowd to advance. But at the moment when his voice just fell, the entire secret realm suddenly trembled violently. Just when everyone has not realized what happened. In the sky, that huge figure like a mountain rose into the sky and flew towards the crowd. The oppressive dragon body cast a large shadow on the ground, covering everyone like the shadow of death. And many more. This is the boss of the secret realm, Wings of Black Flame. What's going on here? Why did the Black Dragon boss suddenly move earlier? The Black Dragon boss that suddenly appeared. Let Lu Si swear directly. Although he did not participate in the first pass between Zhou Tai and Zhuang Zhen. But in the follow-up, he also completed a customs clearance with others. Therefore, he naturally has some understanding of the process of Black Dragon Fortress. Knowing that at this time, it stands to reason that the Black Dragon boss should still be perched on top of the fortress. Is this a bug in the secret realm? Ling Shou really didn't lie. Zhuang Zhen also murmured in shock. As a rank 5 professional, he actually felt a strong sense of oppression at this time. This is because, before encountering the Black Dragon boss, they had already obtained Dragon Slaying Heart. With Dragon Slaying Heart, the dragon power of the Black Dragon boss will be largely offset, so there will not be too much discomfort. But now, they haven't got Dragon Slaying Heart yet. Therefore, the dragon body of the Black Dragon boss is so huge that it covers half of the sky. The coercion from the blood of the dragon, the oppression of the epic creature. All of them made everyone feel an unprecedented sense of suffocation. At this time, Zhou Tai, who is in charge, obviously more stable and reliable than the other three. After calming down quickly, he immediately commanded. Lao Zhuang, pay attention to defense. Open your mountain enchantment directly. Mountain enchantment. This is Zhuang Zhen's most powerful defense skill as a mountain enchanter. You know, for a giant dragon, ordinary defensive barriers are as fragile as paper. It will definitely not have any effect. Zhuang Zhen is also very clear about this. Therefore, at the moment when Zhou Tai's voice fell, he then began to recite the mountain enchantment. As the chanting progressed, a large number of earth elements gathered from the ground. Finally, around the four of them, a phantom of a mountain range condensed. Mountain enchantment has extremely strong defense power, even enough to withstand the attack of the next star-level boss. It should be enough to face this diamond-level Black Dragon boss. Lu Si, you are also going to change your form, come with me later. Receive. Lu Si is Shadow Hunter. Possesses extremely special professional characteristics. Can transform into the form of Shadow Hunter. While greatly reducing physical damage, a huge speed increase is obtained. Zhang Kexin, you will give Lu Si milk as a priority later. My bloodline, as long as it can be kept at 30%. As a blood warrior, Zhou Tai's blood volume does not exceed 30%. Being able to obtain a huge increase in attributes, and the combat power can be increased by at least 200%, is the core of the ultimate violent output. Clear. Zhang Kexin nodded. The holy light staff in his hand has begun to condense holy light. At any time, a healing holy light can be released on the two of them. However, when the four are ready, something unexpected happened. I saw that the Black Dragon boss brought them a strong sense of oppression. He didn't even launch an attack on them, but skipped them. With the passing of the Black Dragon boss, everyone was just about to breathe a sigh of relief. Zhou Tai's pupils suddenly shrank, because he suddenly realized the direction that the Black Dragon boss flew to. It turned out to be the tomb of the unknown hero. How is this going? Zhou Tai is absolutely sure. The Black Dragon boss saw them just now. Those cold golden dragon eyes full of oppression. It is still rolling in his mind. But since the Black Dragon boss saw them, why not only did not attack them? Instead, it flew towards the tomb of the unknown hero. Zhou Tai was not the only one who noticed this. The other three people also reacted at this time. Then what is Black Dragon boss doing over there? Of the four, the only one who has not cleared this secret realm is Zhang Kexin. At this time, she looked at the back of the Black Dragon boss getting farther and farther away with a puzzled face, and asked in confusion. That's an important place to clear the secret realm. To clear this secret realm, you need to go to the tomb of the unknown hero over there and get a piece of key equipment. After getting that piece of equipment, it can greatly weaken the strength of the boss of this secret realm. It can be regarded as the customs clearance mechanism of this secret realm. Zhuang Zhen explained slowly, but his gaze was fixed on the Black Dragon figure that had turned into a black spot. That's not right either. The boss of the secret realm doesn't know the existence of the secret realm mechanism. How could it go there and not attack us? Zhang Kexin still didn't understand. She is very clear, as the boss of the diamond-level secret realm. It has no mind of its own, and only acts according to the established behavior pattern. It stands to reason that if it saw them, it should attack. While the two were still discussing, on the side, Zhou Tai was always frowning. Suddenly came back to his senses. As if thinking of it, He yelled directly at Lucy, who was beside him. Quick, go to the tomb of the unknown hero as quickly as possible. Be sure to grab dragon-slaying heart. We are all smart people. After Zhou Tai's roar, several people immediately understood his thoughts. Zhou Tai thinks, the black dragon boss flew over there. Is it to get dragon-slaying heart and not let them get it? Although this statement can explain why the black dragon boss does not attack them. But the problem is it too contrary to common sense? A diamond-level secret boss. Would it be possible to analyze the mechanism of the secret realm? This is obviously impossible. There are only copies of the legendary rank, that is, copies above the Xingyao rank. The boss will have its own wisdom, so it is called true spirit creature. Brother Zhou, it's not necessary. I really don't believe that Black Dragon is so smart. I guess I got tired of staying on the fortress, so I came down and flew to relax, so I just happened to choose this direction. As for why they didn't attack us, isn't this clearly written in the secret realm mechanism? As long as you don't enter within 10 kilometers of the fortress, the Black Dragon boss will not actively attack. Lucy was not as flustered as Zhou Tai. Shrugging his shoulders, he continued half-jokingly. We are at rank 5 anyway. No matter how strong the Black Dragon boss is, it is only a diamond rank boss. Brother Zhuang's enchantment is here. Brother Zhou, you and I will output, and Kashin will be behind. Even if there is no dragon-slaying heart, the problem shouldn't be too big, right? Heard the words. Zhou Tai's eyelids twitched. No dragon-slaying heart, not a big problem. This kid has a brother-in-law who is in command. So his mother's brain was picked up by a donkey. This is a giant dragon. There is no dragon-slaying heart in hand. The ghost knows the racial talent of the giant dragon. What kind of variables will happen to this battle? I think what Lucy said makes sense. Brother Zhou, you are too cautious. At this time, Zhang Kashin also stood up. It's just that she seems to be on Lucy's side. After finishing speaking, he raised an eyebrow at Lucy with a smile. He even puffed out the waves in his chest intentionally or unintentionally. This time, Lucy's heart was immediately overwhelmed. In fact, a long time ago, he had the idea of wanting to replace Zhou Tai. Especially after my sister climbed on such a thigh as Dadongguan, this kind of thinking became more and more intense. After refuting Zhou Tai a bit, Zhang Kashin, who used to be indifferent to himself, instead of being enthusiastic about Zhou Tai in the past, she stood up to support him. She was even more coquettish and seduced him secretly like a fox. Couldn't you be upset? The last one to speak was Zhuang Zhen. He had no idea of liking Lucy. Just talking about my own views on the action strategy. I don't think it's a big problem. Brother Zhou, when we both made it through for the first time, we only made 4 turns. Now all of us are rank 5, and our strength is much higher than before. Even without the dragon-slaying heart bonus, you should be able to chop up this black dragon boss, right? In the face of everyone's doubts. For a while, Zhou Tai was also a little shaken. Zhuang Zhen was telling the truth. When the two of them made the first pass, it was indeed the 4th turn. Now that he is at rank 5, his strength has undergone a qualitative change. It is definitely not comparable to that at rank 4 at the beginning. Only, Zhou Tai still had a bad feeling. When I got Dragon Slaying Heart back then, the description of this special equipment only said that it would ignore the dragon's racial talent and increase the damage to the dragon. However, there has never been a detailed statement about the racial talent of this black dragon boss. In the Raiders, there is no such content written at all. Because of the previous clearances, after obtaining Dragon Slaying Heart step by step, there is no chance to witness the racial talent of the black dragon boss. Call. Finally, Zhou Tai took a deep breath. He took a deep look at Lucy and Zhang Kashin. Since you all think so, then forget it. Adjust and prepare for the boss battle later. Without Dragon Slaying Heart, even if we reach the 5th rank, it shouldn't be too easy to fight. Don't worry, Brother Zhou. Lucy smiled indifferently. He raised the star-level dagger in his hand. He licked his lips and smiled confidently. We'll see how I abuse it in Shadow Hunter form. Su Yang is fast. In less than a while, it landed at the location of Tomb of the Unknown Hero. It's just that he was a little surprised. The 4 members of the S-level guild. Why don't you lean this way? Good guy. Dare to love because they are all 5 ranks. So I'm sure even if I don't use Dragon Slaying Heart. Can you also touch him, the boss? It seems I still overestimated them. If I had known earlier, I would have just gone up to them and done it. Let them experience the experience, 80% of the gold content of Double Free. However, since it is here, Su Yang's gaze still fell on this nameless tomb. I saw him lift the huge dragon claw. Take a pat. Boom. Under the power of the terrifying dragon, the whole hill collapsed directly. Above the collapsed ruins, dust and mist shrouded it. But even so, it still couldn't stop the flickering brilliance. All I saw was a necklace emitting a faint light, lying quietly on top of the ruins. Impressively, it is the special item of Black Dragon Fortress Dragon Slaying Heart. Just when Su Yang was about to pick it up, a bold idea suddenly flashed across Su Yang's mind. According to the mechanism of the secret realm, this Dragon Slaying Heart is a special mechanical equipment and cannot be taken out of the secret realm. Once the secret realm is cleared, the secret realm will be reset, and this piece of equipment will return here, and everything will be as usual. But I am now concurrently serving as the boss. It is equivalent to having the dual identities of boss and job changer. When completing the job transfer task, I used this to get stuck in a bug. You can use the props dropped by everyone who killed Ling Shou to complete the job change. Now, can you also try to get stuck on the bug? Include this piece of gear in your personal space. Then after the concurrent time is over, bring out the secret realm. This thought made Su Yang excited immediately. With a thought, I see, the brilliance above the ruins disappeared. At the same time, that Dragon Slaying Heart amulet necklace appeared in Su Yang's personal space as a job changer. What a success! Su Yang's heart beat violently. He is very clear that Dragon Slaying Heart's almost regular function can be called a supermodel. The value of this piece of equipment, absolutely far surpassing ordinary diamond-level equipment. It is even possible to reach the legendary quality. Thinking of this, Su Yang immediately checked the details of Dragon Slaying Heart. It is detected that the equipment has been transformed into personal equipment, and the entry is unsealed. A sudden reminder. Su Yang was slightly taken aback. Entries unlocked, except for the entry that ignores the dragon's racial talent and damage bonus. Does this special equipment have other entries? Thinking of this, Su Yang continued to read. Unknown rank Dragon Slaying Heart. Introduce. The brave man, blessed by the goddess, beheaded the dragon. The sprayed dragon's blood forged the sharpness of the dragon-slaying sword. The dragon heart that was removed was forged into a witness of the dragon slaying. Until that turmoil, the nameless brave was buried here forever. The dragon-slaying sword is lost in the world, and only the witness of this dragon slaying can accompany it to sleep peacefully. Unseal attribute. Spirit, 50% increase. Strength, 100% increase. Characteristic. Dragon Slaying Glory. Ignoring the dragon's racial talent, damage to dragon creatures increases by 500%. Unseal blood. Soul of the heroic spirit of the past. Contaminate the necklace amulet with dragon blood, and the blood soul of the sleeping heroic spirit will be summoned to help in the battle. Gulu. When you see the equipment details of Dragon Slaying Heart. Because it was too shocking. Su Yang's throat rolled. I was speechless for a long time. It turned out to be Noble Percentage Attribute Bonus Equipment. In equipment, there are 2 ways to add attributes. The first type is the most common fixed value plus points. For example, the Flame Sword. A fixed increase of 320 points of strength and 150 points of spiritual attributes. The second type, it is a percentage increase attribute. You can say it this way. Equipment with a percentage increase attribute. Although it may be similar to the equipment with fixed points in the early stage. But in the middle and late stages, definitely hang on to the equipment with fixed attributes and points. Percentage bonus. It is tantamount to unlimited growth. As long as you are stronger, the boost brought by this piece of equipment will be stronger. Imagine the same high turn boss. In the case of already high basic attributes, the percentage increase is absolutely impressive. It is precisely because of this terrifying bonus that the explosion rate of this type of equipment is extremely low. For the same grade of equipment, it is very likely that none of the 10,000 pieces is a percentage bonus. This has led to the fact that this type of equipment can almost be said to be the best of the best. Absolutely priceless. Even if it is tens of billions, hundreds of billions, it may not be possible to buy it. But anyone who has a little pursuit of his own strength will keep it for himself. But the most important thing, it is the increase ratio of this dragon-slaying heart. In the case of high-level percentage increase equipment, the maximum increase is 5%, 10%. It directly brought an extremely exaggerated 50% increase in mental power and 100% increase in strength attributes. How exaggerated this is, it can't even be described in words. Even if it is called a divine weapon, it is not an exaggeration. It can only be said that it is really strange that such a piece of heaven-defying equipment would appear in this diamond-level secret realm. You can say it this way. It has the characteristic of dragon-slaying brilliance, coupled with the newly unsealed attribute bonus entry. If it fell into the hands of a job changer at rank 5, it would be as easy as chopping melons and vegetables. But unfortunately no. If dragon-slaying heart transformed into his personal equipment. Since then, no one else has been able to obtain this piece of equipment. I suppressed my excitement for a while. Su Yang's attention fell on another unblocked entry. Blood soul of the heroic spirits of the past. Stain the necklace talisman with dragon's blood. The blood soul of the sleeping hero will be summoned to help in the battle. If I guessed correctly, this so-called blood soul should refer to the heroic spirit of the dragon-slaying hero. Back then the brave man could slay dragons. Definitely a fairy-level monster. Once summoned, Su Yang couldn't imagine how strong it would be. But such heaven-defying equipment definitely has limitations. Su Yang noticed it at the first sight. It's just that dragon-slaying heart's equipment is limited. It is not a requirement for grades or attributes. It's a bit weird slaying a dragon. Su Yang's gaze fell to the equipment description at the bottom. Equipment use restriction removal condition, kill a giant dragon with one person. Restrictions on the use of the blood soul of the heroes of the past. Every time a dragon is killed, it will be charged once in total. Currently, 0 times. This particular use restriction requires. Su Yang didn't think there was any problem. On the contrary, this is exactly the performance that god-level equipment should have. If it is close, it is just an ordinary level and attribute restriction. How is that different from other equipment? In the next period of time, my goal is to single-handedly kill a giant dragon. After the killing is completed, the restrictions on equipment will be lifted. As long as I bring this dragon-slaying heart, it will be much easier to kill the dragon. At that time, it will be much easier to accumulate the number of summons of heroic spirit and blood soul. Only, Su Yang currently knows the secret realms that contain dragon-like creatures. There is only one Black Dragon Fortress. Can't cut yourself off. Forget it, let's talk about these things later. There's still a big fat sheep that hasn't been slaughtered. Su Yang did not forget. The main purpose of my concurrent role as boss this time. It is to explode gold coins for those who destroy the secret exploration group. As for dragon-slaying heart being transformed into personal equipment, it was purely an accidental gain. So, he didn't stay any longer, but slammed into the air and flew in the direction of the 4 members of the secret quest group. Get ready, it's coming. Feeling the faint dragon power. Zhou Tai's gaze was fixed on the front all the time. Finally, with a dragon roar came. After that endless fog. The powerful dragon body of the Black Dragon boss is quickly rushing towards everyone. Mountain barrier, boost. With the approach of the Black Dragon boss. The oppression of Longwei, which is stronger than before, struck. This sense of oppression made Zhuang Zhen immediately amplify the mountain barrier around the 4 of them. Let's see how destructive it is before making further plans. Whether the mountain barrier can withstand its attack determines the battle strategy we will adopt later. Zhou Teru said. For boss battles, he has experienced countless times. Facing the mighty Longwei, he still remained calm and analyzed calmly. However, sometimes, you think you are a team. But in reality, this is not the case. For example now. Looking at the looming figure of the Black Dragon boss. A trace of excitement and impulsiveness flashed in Lu Ci's eyes. After entering the dungeon, Zhang Kexin showed his kindness to him, which made him quite proud now. I really want to show my strength in front of this sassy fox and prove myself. I saw him slightly licking the somewhat dry side of his lips. Brother Joe, you are always so cautious. It's a diamond level boss. You may have to fight in a team when you turn 4. Now. Let me torture it. The voice just fell. Joe Tai just wanted to stop. Lu Si has already turned into the form of Shadow Hunter. At a speed that is difficult to catch with the naked eye, it rushed out of the range of the defensive barrier. Shadow Hunter. This is the special ability obtained by Lu Si after the 5th rank. It can consume magic power and maintain a state similar to Alien. In this state, a huge speed increase can be obtained, and the shadow power can be used. I saw Lu Si, who turned into an alien. He held the dagger in his hand that exuded a faint purple starlight. Behind him, the power of shadow extended. A pair of shadow wings flew away and disappeared into the sky. Quote. After Lu Si rushed out, the corners of Joe Tai's eyes twitched slightly. From the bulging veins on his forehead, it could be seen that he was suppressing his anger at this moment. When the team is writing the book, it is a top taboo to act alone without following the command. This Lu Si, if you really rely on the relationship with Dadongguan, you don't know how much you are. Seeing Joe Tai's restrained anger, both Zhuangzhen and Zhang Kexin fell silent for a moment. They had played dungeons with Joe Tai, and they knew how terrifying he was as a blood warrior. Can only say, if encountered as an enemy, they would rather kill themselves directly. In the sky, Lu Si, who turned into a shadow alien. It is constantly using the shadow wings behind it to flicker and shuttle. Soon, they will meet the oncoming Black Dragon boss. HMPH. The leading diamond level bosses are timid, so they should just give up the position of leader earlier. Lu Si snorted coldly with disdain. When there were only 600 meters away from the Black Dragon boss. Activating the skill, Shadow Stabbing Instant Kill. The moment the skill is activated, Lu Si disappeared into the air immediately. When it reappears, already came to the back of the Black Dragon boss. With the dagger attached to the power of shadow penetration, stab it down. Physical damage caused, 13,291. Shadow damage caused, 11,784. When these two numbers jumped out, Lu Si was taken aback for a moment. What's going on? His strongest execution skill. It only caused a total of less than 30,000 points of damage. To know, use Shadow Stab Instant Kill. Lu Si can even kill the boss level mini-boss of the Xingyao level dungeon with one blow. How could it be possible to come here, and only hit 30,000 blood of a diamond level boss? Just when Lu Si couldn't figure it out, suddenly, a burst of messages came from the log system. Ding! Force majeure detected. Diamond level dungeon Black Dragon Fortress has been upgraded to star level difficulty. Lu Si. See the log prompt. Lu Si almost spit out a mouthful of blood. How can this diamond level dungeon be upgraded to the star level difficulty? In the Xingyao level secret realm dungeon, he can execute small boss level bosses. But when encountering the big boss of the dungeon, there is only one end. That is Xie Kai. Thinking that he might face death punishment, Lu Si was so frightened that he shivered all over. He intends to escape from this Black Dragon boss as quickly as possible. However, when he raised his head, he suddenly found out. Around him, at some point, a large group of scorching black flames had gathered. Boom boom boom. Terrifying black flames exploded in the air. With endless tyrannical fire element. Directly swallow Lu Si instantly. Not even scum left. At the same time, in the enhanced version of the mountain enchantment, the faces of Joe Tai and the others were all pale. Ding! Force majeure detected. Diamond level dungeon Black Dragon Fortress has been upgraded to star level difficulty. Ding! Your teammate Lu Si has been killed by the Wings of Black Flame, and has been automatically sent out of the secret realm. Chapter 31. The level of the secret realm has increased. From the diamond rank to the star rank. According to the log description, caused by force majeure. The three of them, including Joe Tai, didn't know what this so-called force majeure referred to. After they entered the secret realm, everything was going on normally, advancing normally. Did not encounter any special place at all. In this way, where does this force majeure come from? And also, Lu Si, he was actually instantly killed by that Black Dragon boss. This is something that none of them expected. Even Zhou Tai. After Lu Si refused to obey the command and rushed out without authorization. They just thought that he would be seriously injured at most, and then rolled back into the barrier to let Zhang Kexin treat him. But who would have thought that even in Shadowhunter form, Lu Si would not dodge the attack of the Black Dragon boss? Zhou Tai cursed in a low voice. Looking at the Black Dragon boss in the sky, his spirit tensed up. After killing Lu Si, the Black Dragon boss did not continue to attack for a while. But the coercion from the Xingyao boss still made them breathless. Zhou Tai knew very well. A copy of the secret realm of Xingyao rank. It is definitely not something they can compete with. Secret boss. Either the underlying attributes or the rest of the data. All of them are many times higher than job changers. In this case, a 5th rank team of 10 to 20 people is generally required. Only then can we conquer the secret realm of the Xingyao rank and kill the boss together. Now, Lu Si has died and was teleported out of the secret realm. The remaining 3 of them. It is estimated that they will not escape the end of failure and death in the end. Never mind. I consider myself unlucky. It's impossible for the 3 of us to clear the secret realm of Xingyao level. Plus, it is still the boss of a giant dragon. Without dragon slaying heart, there is no chance of winning. After figuring it out, Zhou Tai could only grit his teeth and say helplessly. Hearing this, Zhuang Zhen and Zhang Kexin's faces were pale. But he also knew that Zhou Tai was telling the truth. Facing a star-level giant dragon boss, they have no chance of winning. My Sumeru ring can also store 2 pieces of equipment. You 2 put the main weapon on me, and try to minimize the loss. This is the last resort. Zhuang Zhen and Zhang Kexin could only do so. They took off their main weapons temporarily and handed them to Zhou Tai. Sumi ring is a special piece of equipment that can prevent props and equipment from falling. As for Lu Si, if he was still there, there is no way to store one's primary weapon. However, he had tried to kill himself before and insisted on rushing out, which avoided this problem. Only, everyone knows, Lu Si is equipped with his star-level weapon. Although it is said that the drop rate of the main weapon after death is very low. But this is very low, but not 0%. Once dropped. I don't know how Lu Si will feel. In the sky. Huge dragon body, full of coercion, constructed into the king of the secret realm. Wings of black flame black dragon Athos, Su Yang. After killing Lu Si in seconds. The reason why Su Yang did not launch an attack for the time being. Because of his attention. At this time, they are all on Curry's star shining dagger in the personal cabin. Star Brilliance Level 110 Shadows Bloodthirsty. Introduce an assassin's dagger from the shadowy depths. It has taken the lives of countless creatures. The Shadows Bloodthirsty continues, adding to it the howling of the dead. Equipment restrictions. No professional restrictions. Attribute limit. Speed 300 points, Spirit 300 points. Level limit. Level 101. Attributes. Speed plus 800. Strength plus 400. Characteristic. Shadow body consume magic power, achieve the effect of invisibility in a short time, and gain 60% speed increase. Revenant mark consume mana, mark the target, launch an attack without being noticed, and increase the damage by 300%. When seeing this piece of equipment drop, Su Yang was completely stunned. After recovering, he had to sigh with emotion. My luck is really amazing. The last time I killed spirit hunting by myself, a diamond-level main weapon was dropped. Now, after killing Lu Si in seconds, he actually exploded his weapon again. Not only star-level weapons. Still the most versatile dagger weapon. There are almost no career restrictions. Warrior, assassin, mage, almost all of them can be used. Looking at the attribute bonuses, it has reached an exaggerated double bonus of 800 and 400. As for the skill characteristics, they are all quite awesome. Stealth, 300% explosive damage. You can say it this way. This dagger is definitely an assassin artifact, although Su Yang is a warrior. But the dagger can be used as an offhand weapon. The only requirement is that you may need to purchase an unbounded stone. Last time, in order to remove the level restriction of Fire Greatsword, I used broken unbounded stone. If you want to remove the level restriction of star-level weapons, you probably need the full version of Boundless Stone, and the price should not be low. But, after killing Lu Si, except for this Xingyao grade dagger, many good things were revealed. In terms of quality, it is far higher than the items dropped by the spirit hunters last time. In this way, the remaining 3 fat sheep were slaughtered. This time, I should get rich a lot. At that point, money probably won't matter at all. Thinking of this, Su Yang's pair of golden dragon eyes. It fell on the 3 people on the ground. Huh. Look at their expressions. Why does it feel like giving up resistance? Could it be because he knew he was not his opponent? So just mess it up. Fine. Anyway, I don't pursue any combat experience. If it's bad, it's up to you to make it bad, just give me a hard explosion of gold coins. Thinking of this, Su Yang casually released a skill. Just to see what my current strength is. Yanling Jinghuo Prison. Use powerful black flames to condense into a hellish prison, killing all those who dare to resist, causing magic damage of 1000% power attribute. Boom, 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 the moment the skill is released. In the entire secret space. Suddenly, an extremely violent flame surged up. It seems that there is a god who controls the flames, sending divine punishment on the blasphemers. Endless black flames are covering the earth, turning into a prison of death, killing all creatures visible to the naked eye. Including mobs and elite bosses in Rift. Cough cough cough. This kind of ranged nuclear leveling skill is still not very easy to control. But anyway, they will be refreshed, so it doesn't matter. With a burst of prompts sounded. The influx of massive experience makes Su Yang extremely comfortable. Ding. You killed, level 110 Violent Blood Warrior Zhou Tai, and gained experience plus 2198763. Ding. You killed, level 108 Violent Healing Priest Zhang Kashin and gained experience plus 1986123. Ding. You killed, level 104 Mountain Enchanter Zhuang Zhen, and gained experience plus 1577633. Ding. You killed, level 103 Shadowhunter Lu Si, and gained experience plus 1662321. Ding. You killed the level 95 Kobold Chief. Ding. You killed the level 98 Dragon Word Priest. Accumulated experience gained plus 8.21 million, level increase, LV.34 LV.40. Reach the level limit before the second transfer, please complete the transfer as soon as possible. Due to experience overflow, loss of 40%, current remaining experience reserve, 4.81 million. Swish. Moment. Su Yang has directly improved from level 34 to the full level of 40 before the second turn. In addition, nearly 5 million experience has been directly reserved. What is outrageous? This is called outrageous. Let's ask from level 1 to level 40. It only took 2 days. Just ask who can do it. Turn 5 is indeed a job change at the qualitative level. Last time, the regiment wiped out so many people in Lingshou and only gained more than 900,000 experience points in total. This time, it's just 4 rank 5 bosses who have contributed more than 8 million experience to me. It's just that this reaches the upper limit every time, resulting in a 40% loss of experience, which is really heartbreaking. In order to dilute the feeling of heartache, Su Yang could only reluctantly put all the props and equipment that a few people exploded into his personal warehouse. Acquire dropped equipment. Star Brilliance Rank Ring Blood Fury. Diamond Tier Cloak Knight's Cloak. Diamond Tier Talisman Sacrifice of Fire Spirit. This time the number of equipment drops is less. Including the Xingyao grade dagger, there are only 4 pieces. This is also understandable. After all, there were more than 50 people in the Lingshou main group that was wiped out last time, but this time there were only 4. But in terms of quality, this drop will definitely crush the last one. The value of just a star level ring exceeds the sum of the last time. Not to mention, there is also that star level dagger, Yingying's Bloodlust, which is even more valuable. I don't know how much the complete unbounded gem costs. If you can afford it, buy a few more. After all, I was such a dick when I was a boss, so I can't hold back when I go back. After the second turn is successful, it should be reasonable to equip the starting diamond rank on your body. After counting the dropped equipment, Su Yang's gaze shifted to the dropped item column. Advanced Strength Potion. Advanced Speed Potion. One-time epic skill scroll Thunder Prison. One-time epic skill scroll Judgment Rain. One-time perfect skill scroll Ice Barrier. Epic warrior skill book Star Breaker. Epic cleric skill book Holy Healing. Perfect knight skill book Mountain Shield. Compared to equipment, the drop of props is much more. So it can be seen that, on the body of the 5-turn boss. What a terrifying background, even if the drop rate is not very high. Also dropped so many whole card props. There is also a precious scroll of legendary skills. Legendary skill scroll 5 charges Storm Thunder 1000 Blades. Epic level skills are already quite strong. The legendary level is even higher than the epic level. What's more, this still has 5 charges, not a one-time charge. The most important thing is that the power of the skill scroll is engraved on the scroll. There are no conditions of use. You can use it directly. In this way, this legendary skill scroll, it can be used as Su Yang's current trump card. According to the power estimate, it can easily kill the diamond rank of 4 ranks in seconds. Today is another day full of harvest. Su Yang put away the things with satisfaction. When I was about to leave, I suddenly remembered. When learning about copy knowledge at school, it seems to have said such a thing. Copy of Xingyao rank and above. The bosses among them all have a certain degree of intelligence, and are called true creatures. It means that they, like job changers, are independent living entities, not NPCs that can be refreshed repeatedly. Therefore, secret realms and dungeons above Xingyao rank. Although you can clear the level repeatedly, only the mobs and the boss mini-boss will be refreshed. The big boss will not be refreshed repeatedly. In this way, because I took Dragon Slaying Heart away. Black Dragon Fortress, this secret realm has been promoted to a star-level secret realm. Doesn't it mean that the Black Dragon boss will also have his own mind? And once it is flashed, it cannot be regenerated. In this way, why is he also serving as the boss? This problem did not last long, because the system immediately gave an answer. The boss that has been matched by this system and served concurrently will directly erase the possibility of sanity existence. When the host is not connected, act according to the established rules and behavior patterns. After the concurrent boss is defeated, it will automatically match other boss of the same strength. Note, if the concurrent boss is defeated by the host itself, it will match a higher stage boss. Awesome. If Su Yang guessed correctly, this Black Dragon boss, it was originally the strength of Xingyao rank. It's just because of the existence of Dragon Slaying Heart. As a result, the difficulty of the secret dungeon has been reduced to the diamond level. Now that Dragon Slaying Heart was taken away by him, he returned to the difficulty of Xingyao level. So it must have been sane in the first place, it was just wiped out. This can also explain why there is a kidnapped elf princess here. If the concurrent boss is killed by others, the system will match a boss of equal strength. If you are killed by me, you will be matched with a stronger boss of the first stage. The unblocking condition of Dragon Slaying Heart is to slay a dragon. Fat and water don't flow into outsiders' fields. I seem to have realized. It is detected that the challenger has been destroyed, and the connection is about to end. Connection ended, returning. Black Dragon Fortress at the entrance to the secret realm. Lu Si stood where he was, his face was terribly dark. I saw the blue veins on his forehead popping up, and his eyes were almost spitting fire. Grass, 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 death penalty. Let him drop directly to level 11. It is estimated that it will take a long time to practice this 11th level. But, none of this is critical. What broke Lu Si the most was his Shadow's Bloodlust is gone. That is a star-level weapon. It was he who followed the big supervisor and spent a long time in the copy of Wei Yu rank before finally getting it. Now it's gone. What luck. Extreme anger and collapse. As a result, Lu Si no longer controlled the coercion on his body. This made everyone waiting here feel overwhelmed and out of breath. Although they really want to know what happened in the secret realm. But he didn't dare to ask at all. I feel like saying one more word. They would all be praised by Lu Si on the spot. This situation has continued. Until the entrance to the secret realm came another burst of space fluctuations. Immediately afterwards, 3 figures appeared at the entrance to the secret realm. Surprisingly, it was the 3 of Zhou Tai who had just been instantly killed by Su Yang's spiritual words. Just like Lucy, their expressions at this time were also extremely ugly. Death penalty. Let them drop a dozen levels each. Although the effect of changing jobs will not be lost, after level 100, the experience required for each level up is huge. Not to mention, many props, materials, and equipment on them all dropped to varying degrees. The only good news is that their main weapon has been retained. With a sullen face, Zhou Tai took Zhuangzhen and Zhang Kexin's main weapons out of the Sumi ring and returned them to them. Lu Si saw this scene. Straight to a double blow. Why did he commit that fool in the first place? You have to go out from the barrier to provoke that black dragon boss. Otherwise, with Zhou Tai's Zumi Jia, his Xingyao dagger would not be dropped. Lu Si's expression of being in pain and wanting to vomit blood was taken aback by the three of them. Immediately afterwards, Zhou Tai frowned. Your star-level dagger exploded. Lu Si nodded like a walking dead. If it is equipment dropped from PvP battles in the wild, maybe you can find someone to get it back. But the equipment props dropped by death in the secret realm, that is tantamount to disappearing permanently. Don't even think about getting it back. This was the only thought in Zhou Tai's mind at this moment. Let him not listen to his command in the secret realm just now. Now it can be regarded as tasting the bitter fruit. A star-level weapon. If you lost it by yourself, it will definitely be as painful as him. After all, the strength and rarity of Xingyao-level weapons are not comparable to diamond-level weapons. Ignoring Lu Si, Zhou Tai walked towards Li Shan not far away. Before and after Lei Shan, Zhou Tai said in a deep voice. President Lei, there is indeed a problem in this secret realm. Your guild's losses can be reimbursed directly to Tianji Pavilion at that time. Okay, thank you Zhou Tongguan. Lei Shan came to his senses and nodded again and again. It's just that the shock in my heart is still. They were outside the secret realm just now. Also received the message of Black Dragon Fortress being promoted to the star rank. Looking at it this way, it seems understandable that they Ling Shou were wiped out inside. After explaining what happened to Lei Shan, Zhou Tai directly took out a teleportation scroll. A few people with the question group teleported back to Tianling City. Regarding the promotion of the Black Dragon Fortress secret realm to the star rank, more in-depth research and discussions are needed to discuss countermeasures. Question group. After the four leave, the atmosphere at the scene finally relaxed a little. However, everyone still feels extremely emotional about what happened just now. Dungeon promotion. This is the first time I have encountered it. It is really strange. It's another Xingyao level dungeon. It's not who won its first pass. There is also a difference between the Xingyao class and the Xingyao class. The boss here is a dragon. The 4 5th order bosses were all killed in seconds. It's too scary. Did you hear that? Just now one of the bosses seems to have exploded a Xingyao level weapon. This luck, if it were me, I would have been killed directly. Hiss, Xingyao level weapons, I can't even think about it. I just want to have platinum level weapons. If only I were the boss in this secret realm. Then I can prostitute a star-level weapon for nothing. Ha, you really dare to think, and you are still a secret boss. If you go in, you might not even be as good as a miscellaneous soldier. While everyone was talking about it, Lei Shan also took out a teleportation scroll. Now everyone in Lingshou is leveling in the advanced leveling area near Tianling City. Things are over here now. Naturally, he also had to teleport there to speed up leveling. By the way, wait until you get back to level 99 again before going to the job transfer temple. Now that Black Dragon Fortress has been promoted to Xingyao rank, then his 5th rank materials should be exchanged for other diamond level dungeons. There are not many diamond level dungeons in Tianling City. If they are assigned to giant deep forest like the group of women in Yuan, then it will be troublesome. Tianling City, Yuyun Building. In the chairman's office at this time, the core members of the guild have all arrived. Chairman Lin Yuyun, Vice Presidents Marong Shui, and Yu, Ji Muzi, Shu Yan. These 5 people are the core management of Yuyun with an average level above 95. Among them, Lin Yuyun is at level 99, Marong Shui is at level 98, they are almost approaching rank 5. At this time, the President Lin Yuyun said with a serious face. Just got the news. Black Dragon Fortress has been promoted from a Diamond-level secret realm to a Star-level secret realm. The 4 rank 5 members of the Secret Exploration Group were directly eliminated by the Group 1s. Murong Shui. HMPH, it seems Ling Shou and those people died unjustly, I thought they were all trash. And you, wow, why is the secret realm still promoted? Did something change in the secret realm? G Muzzy. Feeling very strong. Lin Yuyu shook her head lightly. Although I don't know what's going on with this change in the secret realm, but for us, this is an opportunity. The current loss of Ling Shou will be compensated by Tianji Pavilion. It is estimated that the equipment they dropped in the secret realm will be replenished soon. The only advantage right now is their level. According to estimates, it will take at least a week or so. During this time gap, we can attack Deep Forest of Giants. As long as it succeeds, the admission ticket to Trial Secret Realm in Tianling City will be ours. The Trial Secret Realm mentioned by Lin Yuyun is a special type of secret realm. It is opened once a year by the abbot of the Temple of Job Transfer in the first-level main city Yongfang City. Every second-tier city, the first A-level guild with a rank 5 professional in that year, will receive an admission ticket. After the opening of Trial Secret Realm, the top 3 guilds will receive extremely rich resource rewards. Among them, 1 star-level weapon, 3 diamond-level weapons, and the additional bonus of the guild buff. This is a great attraction for any guild, and it will greatly improve the strength of the entire guild. The reason why Lei Shan wanted to attack Black Dragon Secret Realm was to be the first to get this ticket. It's just a pity that opportunities are often accompanied by risks. Ling Shou failed, then the level drop and equipment drop will put him at a disadvantage in the next competition. Therefore, it was naturally Yu Yun's turn. After looking around, Lin Yuyun began to vote. Next, those who agree to attack Giant Deep Forest raise your hand. Murong Shui, raise your hand without hesitation. And you, raise your hand happily. G Muzzy, raised his hand in a daze. In the presence, only Shu Yan did not move. Immediately, the eyes of the 4 fell on her. However, just when Lin Yuyun wanted to ask Shu Yan for her opinion, several people suddenly realized that Shu Yan didn't seem to disagree with the challenge of Giant Deep Forest. Instead, he didn't know why, he was stunned in a daze with a face full of shock. Shu Yan, Lin Yuyun yelled softly. Sorry. Shu Yan, who came back to her senses, had a look of shock on her face that hadn't disappeared yet. Seeing An Yu next to him, he covered his mouth and smiled lightly, his beautiful eyes were full of ridicule. Sister Shu Yan won't find a boyfriend behind our backs, will she? Looking at your expression, could it be that your boyfriend cheated on you? As usual, Shu Yan is definitely going to go and have fun with An Yu. But now, she unexpectedly ignored An Yu's teasing. Instead, he swallowed his saliva, and still said in disbelief. It's about our new recruit yesterday. It's that little boy named Su Yang, What's up with him? G Muzzy, who was naturally dumbfounded, tilted his head slightly and asked. She was also a little curious about the only male member in this guild. Not only G Muzzy, the rest of the people were also wedded at this time. Mainly, Shu Yan is also the core backbone of their Yu Yun. What could that new member who just joined yesterday do to make her look so shocked? Under everyone's curious gaze, Shu Yan took a deep breath and began to speak slowly. As such that, after the boy named Su Yang joined our guild yesterday, didn't we lose contact with him for a while? At that time, the guild leader said that he should not be taken care of for the time being, but later he said that I should arrange for guild members to take him to upgrade. Hear this. Murong Shui was leaning against the wall with her arms folded. Turning his gaze to Lin Yuyun, he jokingly said. Yo, can't you tell? Our chairman, why does he look like the former and the latter? It seems that you are quite concerned about this new member named Su Yang. Hearing this, Lin Yuyun coughed softly. After all, you are a member of our guild, so you can't just leave it alone, right? If he upgrades too slowly, it will affect the assessment of our guild's combat power. I just don't want him to hold back. After finishing speaking, Lin Yuyun looked at Shu Yan and continued. And then, how are your arrangements? Shu Yan nodded lightly. I made arrangements yesterday. The original plan was to send an elite member to Dongling City and take him to level 31st. As an A-level guild, the elite members of Yuan are generally professionals who have completed the 3rd rank and are level 60 or higher. Taking someone in their early 20s to level 30 after just one turn is fairly easy to do with a bit of time. But so far, everyone didn't see anything wrong. What is Xu Yan shocked about? Facing everyone's still puzzled eyes, Xu Yan gave a wry smile and spread her hands. But the elite member I arranged for just now told me. She found Su Yang and revealed her identity. When she was about to take him to upgrade, Su Yang refused. I heard. Everyone had different reactions. First of all, it was Mirong Shui who raised her eyebrows, showing a trace of dissatisfaction in her beautiful eyes. What's the matter with this guy? I sent him a message yesterday and he didn't reply, and now he refuses to be promoted. We arranged for someone to upgrade him, because we treated him as a member of the guild. He actually refused directly. Playing big cards with us. There is nothing wrong with Mirong Shui's words. It stands to reason that if you change someone, you should be very happy to accept it. For example, Ji Yu Xueqin, who was recruited by Yu yesterday. As a hidden profession Ice Elemental Envoy, she will definitely join Yuan in the near future. But even a hidden professional like her with unlimited development potential has no resistance to being taken to upgrade. In the end, Su Yang directly refused without mercy, which made Mirong Shui couldn't help but have an impression of him being arrogant. I think, and Yu, who was half leaning on the sofa, took over the conversation. It should be that he doesn't want to be promoted. After all, you forgot. He has completed the 5-star job transfer task, and it is normal to resist being taken. What's this called? Right. It's called pride of genius. Her general opinion is the same as Mirong Shui's. That is the starting point of Su Yang's refusal to be brought in. He thinks that he is very strong and can easily upgrade without being taken. Well, he's a very strong person. Ji Muzzy, who never interrupted, whispered. However, her big eyes blinked, as if she didn't understand. If you let him upgrade, it should be very slow. Ji Muzzy got to the point. In fact, neither Mirong Shui nor Yu. They all know. As someone who can complete the 5-star job transfer, there shouldn't be any problems with Su Yang's upgrade. The main problem is, if you don't accept people's belts and upgrade alone, then the efficiency of the upgrade will be very slow, and it will not be able to form combat power in a short time. In this way, in a guild whose minimum combat strength is level 60 at 3 turns, there is a guy at level 20. Isn't this lowering the guild's combat power abruptly? In this regard, Lin Yuyun also expressed her own opinion. It is indeed a bit arrogant. Or, we might as well keep him alone. Anyway, this year's guild combat power assessment has ended. His level of combat power is low, and the influence on the guild is not that great. After several people expressed their opinions, Xu Yan said helplessly, if it's just, the best I can do is let that elite member come back and let Su Yang develop on his own. But, you will never guess what reason Su Yang refused to be promoted. Xu Yan's words let several people all be taken aback. Yup, if only that was the case. Why did Xu Yan put on a shocked look? It must have happened because Su Yang did something unexpected, right? While everyone was thinking, maybe I was tired from standing, Mirong Shui sat on the sofa next to her. After raising Erlang's legs, those slender and round long legs looked extremely eye-catching. It even made Yu, who was on the sofa with a smile, knead her jade legs well. Tisk tisk tisk, Mirong, your legs are the dreams of many men. Go aside. Mirong Shui rolled her eyes. After pushing Yu aside, he looked at Xu Yan again. Say it quickly, don't keep it up. I'd like to hear what reason he has. Yu, stop arguing and touch the president. Yu, I want to too, but I don't dare to be president. Lin Yuyun. Faced with the playfulness of the two, they were not surprised. But Xu Yan finally spoke slowly. Said the news that the elite member sent back to her. The reason given by Su Yang is, he has reached level 40. The next task is to change jobs, that elite member can't help him. The voice fell. The whole room. Suddenly it became audible. Even the original is still playing. Yu who hugged Mirong Shui's long legs and didn't let go. At this moment, it was as if they had turned into a statue, froze in place, motionless. Only Ji Muzzy was alone. Shui Lingling's big eyes blinked. Well, I just changed jobs yesterday. It's level 40 today. Impossible. Looking at the few people who were so shocked that they turned into sculptures. Xu Yan smiled helplessly. She knew it would be like this. After seeing the news at that time, her shock was no weaker than Mirong Shui and the others. I just completed the job change yesterday, it was still a 5-star job change. As a result, today, it went straight to level 40. Could it be that after the job change, he went directly to the high-level area and killed it? Otherwise, it can't explain why Su Yang's upgrade speed is so terrifying. In this silent shock, the first person to come to his senses was the president, Lin Yuyun. But even when she regained her senses, she didn't know what to say for a while. Slowly, Mirong Shui and Yu also woke up from the shock. But the shocked look on their faces still remained. I think it might be that Xu Yan was the first to be shocked. At this time, it was the most sober one. Just listen to her slowly analyze. Besides joining our guild, Su Yang, maybe it has something to do with other high-level professionals. The experience debuff for teaming up with high-level professionals and low-level professionals is obvious. If you want to bring a person from level 20 to level 40 overnight, how many high-level monsters do you have to farm? I reckon that the ones who can bring Su Yang to level up are at least level 5 high-level professionals, otherwise they probably won't be able to bring Su Yang to level 40 overnight. It's impossible for him to brush it by himself. This is too contrary to common sense. Xu Yan's analysis. It's actually quite reasonable. After the game comes to reality, there are various rules and restrictions. One of them is the experience debuff after high-level professionals team up with low-level professionals. This rule leads to, if the level gap between the two is too large, then the experience gained by low-level professionals will be greatly attenuated. Otherwise, the number of high-level professionals will definitely be much more than it is now. For example, let's say a 7-rank giant, leading a few low-rank professionals to rush to high-level secret realms. Without this kind of experience debuff, their reserve experience points are definitely enough to rise to rank 5. As long as the selected job transfer task is 1-star difficulty, then there is not much difficulty in job transfer. Therefore, a rank 7 giant can produce a batch of rank 5 professionals in batches. And this, obviously, is not allowed by the rules of the era. This is why most of the people who form a team to practice leveling are of the same level. For those who lead people to upgrade, the level gap between the two will also be controlled within a certain range. After a long time, almost everyone agreed with Xu Yan's analysis. After all, apart from being upgraded by a mysterious high-level professional, there is no other possibility for Su Yang to reach level 40 overnight. Even if he is a 5-star job changer, it is absolutely impossible to do it with a single brush. Thinking of this, Mirong Shui couldn't help saying quietly, "It seems that our new member is really not that simple." Hearing this, Lin Yuyun nodded thoughtfully. A person who can complete a 5-star job change, of course it can't be simple. But now, since Su Yang has a mysterious high-level professional with upgrades, then we don't have to worry about him for the time being. Next, everyone will focus on the strategy of Giant Deep Forest. Dongling City. After sending away the Yuan people, Su Yang went directly to the career-changing temple, ready to accept the job-changing task. Having said that, I feel that Yuan's people are quite enthusiastic. I ignored them yesterday, but today I even specially arranged for someone to come over and take him to upgrade. The reason why he joined the guild was only for the experience and attribute bonus aura. As for the others, sorry, not interested right now. At the entrance of the job-changing temple, Bai Ling, who was wearing a light golden priest's dress, was standing at the door. He looked into the distance, as if waiting for something. Almost all the professionals passing by were attracted by her and looked sideways. Wow, is this the temple priest? She looks so beautiful. Is she waiting for someone? I'll go. Who has the card for the temple priest to wait at the door? I'm envious. This is the first time I've seen a temple priest in the job-changing temple this year. I didn't expect it to be so beautiful. Facing the emotions and discussions of passers-by, Bai Ling didn't care the slightest bit. Just now, the job-changing statue shone brightly. This is the guidance of the temple VIP who is about to arrive and is sensed by the statue. As the exclusive receptionist of the VIP of the temple, Bai Ling naturally came out to greet him in advance. Only, till this moment, there is only one temple VIP in the entire Tianling city, Su Yang. But he just came to the job transfer temple yesterday and completed the 5-star job transfer task. It stands to reason that shouldn't be working hard to upgrade now. What is the purpose of coming to the job-changing temple again today? Just as Bai Ling was thinking, the figure of Su Yang. It has appeared not far away. Bai Ling immediately came to his senses and stepped forward to greet him. Blessed by the idol, Master Brave, what can I do to help you? Su Yang just arrived at the gate of the temple. Looking at Bai Ling in front of him, he was slightly taken aback. I have just arrived at the temple. She was already here waiting for him in advance. From this point of view, the so-called exclusive receptionist is really well deserved. And also, although the title, Master Brave, sounds weird, but paired with this beautiful and obedient priest of the temple, it really is a special flavor. Cough cough cough. Back to business. That's right, I want to accept the second job. Okay, Lord Brave, please follow me. It's halfway through. Have all turned around. Bai Ling who is about to take Su Yang into the temple. There was a sudden pause, and the whole person was stunned. Receive. Second job. Did she hear correctly? What's wrong? Is there a problem? Looking at Bai Ling's body suddenly trembled. Su Yang asked curiously. No. Bai Ling came back to his senses. Seeing that Su Yang didn't explain at all. Immediately realized that what he just said. It is to accept the second job mission. I heard it right. God. Bai Ling felt his heart was shaken. But as a temple priest, she still maintains her professionalism. Take Su Yang all the way to the room where the job-changing statue is, and wait for him to enter. Only then did a shocked look appear on that beautiful face, and he murmured in a daze. So strong. This is the strength of the Master Brave, certified by the statue. Changing job idol room. The statue of the job-changing god under the shadow of chaos stands here. The moment Su Yang entered the room, a soft light lit up. Checking job transfer requirements. Detection level, level 40, meeting the job transfer requirements. Release mission released. Difficulty ranges from 1 star to 5 stars. Complete job transfer tasks of different difficulty, you can get different job transfer rewards. The job transfer process is exactly the same as the previous first job transfer. Next, it is time for the statue to release job transfer tasks of different difficulty. Su Yang didn't even look at this, and directly skipped the previous 4-star job transfer task. To him, for every job change, only 5-star job changes will be considered. After all, the result of each job change will affect the increase in life level, as well as the attribute points obtained by subsequent upgrades. Since you have that ability, what else are you considering? Thinking of this, Su Yang's eyes fell on the 5-star job transfer task. Second turn 5-star job transfer mission. Single player clears 2 silver level dungeons and kills the boss within 3 minutes after encountering the boss. It is indeed a 5-star job transfer task. This. If not open, hang up. Who the hell can do it? Challenge the copy of the same level. Must be in squad form. This has become almost common knowledge. It's almost impossible to do solo. Just like Zhou Tai and the others before. As a 5-rank powerhouse with an average level of 110. The corresponding difficulty of the dungeon is the dungeon of Xingyao rank. But what? The result of their challenge to Black Dragon Fortress, the group was wiped out. Even rank 5 powerhouses are like this. Not to mention low-level transfer professionals. It is definitely difficult and difficult to single brush. Not to mention, also need after encountering boss. Get the kill in under 3 minutes. To know the reason why boss is called boss. It is because the strength of a person is almost unshakable. It must be rounded by piles of heads and crowd tactics. But now, it takes 2 times to swipe the secret realm alone and kill the boss solo within 3 minutes. No wonder 5-star job transfers are so rare. It was okay in the first round, but the 5-star job transfer in the second round is simply hell level difficulty. Su Yang murmured softly. Then, he accepted the 5-star job transfer task without hesitation. This task is indeed Hades, indeed hell. But this is for ordinary professionals. That being the case, what does it matter to him? After taking the task, Su Yong left the room. Outside the door, Bai Ling was waiting. Seeing Su Yong coming out, she rushed to meet him. Master Brave, may I ask if I can help you? Su Yong thought for a while and asked. Is there a map of the silver level dungeon near Dongling City? Ah, yes, I'll get it for you right now. Bai Ling nodded. After raising his hand to draw a magic circle, the power of the god statue surged and disappeared in place in an instant. After about half a minute, it was sent back to Su Yong. In his hand, he also refreshed the map with a detailed copy. It includes information such as the refresh location, time, and other information of the bronze, silver, and gold tier dungeons. Master Brave, this is the copy map you want. Okay. Su Yong took the map and looked at it. Basically all the information is clearly marked out. Soon, after he selected the 2 silver level dungeons he planned to attack, he left the job-changing temple. After Su Yong left, Bai Ling stood at the entrance of the temple and watched for a long time. Master Brave should accept the 5-star job transfer task. I don't know if it will be successful. While Bai Ling was fascinated by watching Su Yang's back, there are also countless male professionals who come and go to the temple secretly watching her. As a temple priest, Bai Ling naturally had a sacred aura. Coupled with that perfect figure and beautiful face, she is definitely the goddess in the dreams of countless career changers. There is a poem how to say, you're looking at the scenery. The viewer looks at you on the bridge. Now, that's pretty much the case. Wailing Plains. This is a large plain in the northwest corner of Dongling City. There are a large number of monsters from level 30 to level 35 distributed on it. It can be regarded as the highest level field area around Dongling City. At this time, the southeastern side of Wailing Plains. Outside the silver level dungeon, Cave of Pain. There are dozens of professionals with an average level of around 35. They are all members of Dongling City's C-level guild Qingshan Pavilion. Today, they plan to attack Cave of Pain and harvest a wave of experience and materials. In this large group of people in their 30s, a guy who is only level 5 looks extraordinarily glaring. This man, it is the awakening of rare occupations. Thus joined Wang Fei of Qingshan Pavilion. Because of his great professional potential, he is highly valued by Qingshan Pavilion. So this time, I will directly bring him along with the rubbing experience. At this time, Wang Fei stood in the crowd with a proud look on his face. He estimated that this time he would play the book with the bigwigs in the guild. Should be able to get him up to level 10 or so. Now, only 2 days have passed since the awakening ceremony. In just 2 days, he went straight to level 10. Let me ask, except for him, Wang Fei. Besides Ji Yu Xueqin who was recruited by Yu Yu, who else can do it? Not to mention, the family spent a lot of money to buy him a whole set of black iron steps. Not to mention adding 10 points to all attributes. It also comes with 2 powerful skills. Therefore, Wang Fei can be quite proud to say. His combat power is definitely far ahead in the same class. What's the situation? Wang Fei, who was waiting for the boss of the guild to bring him the book, suddenly found that the surrounding guild crowd became a little commotion. How is this going? Wang Fei cautiously walked through the crowd. Finally squeezed to the front and saw the cause of the commotion. I saw, in front of everyone in Qingshan Pavilion, standing in 2 shadows. One of them, it turned out to be Ji Yu Xueqin. Wang Fei's heart skipped a beat. Ji Yu Xueqin has been recruited by Yu Yu. In this way, the person next to her should be a member of Yu Yu. Soon, Wang Fei's conjecture was confirmed. At the time when the people in Qingshan Pavilion were in commotion, I saw the woman next to Ji Yu Xueqin stepping forward. After casually glanced at everyone in Qingshan Pavilion, he said casually, "Today, the silver level dungeon near here was taken by me, you can wait for the next refresh." As soon as this word came out, Qingshan Pavilion, many people were dissatisfied immediately. Who the hell are you? Is your tone loud enough? You say it's a private room. Is this dungeon run by your family? President, why don't we just? Obviously, behavior towards women. The members of Qingshan Pavilion couldn't stand it anymore. However, the president of Qingshan Pavilion, but not as impulsive as the members of the guild. Instead, his brows were tightly furrowed, and his gaze towards the woman was a little vacillating. It seems that they don't want to waste too much time with them. The woman raised her hand directly. The wrist that was still empty. 3 circular halos suddenly lit up. Green, green, blue. Impressively, he is a rank 3 boss. Qingshan Pavilion, everyone shut up immediately. This is a 3-turn boss. Even their president. It's only just completed the 2nd turn. So, think about what you just said. Several people were eager to slap their own mouths. I'm a member of UU, so what, can I get out of the way? The woman added such a sentence, which directly made everyone in Qingshan Pavilion even more dumbfounded. Good guy, he is actually a member of the B-level guild UU. That's a B-level guild. Just come out with a few backbones. It is enough to destroy the Green Mountain Pavilion. If this is still arguing with her, isn't it self-inflicted? The president of Qingshan Pavilion is also a sensible person. He nodded slightly at the woman directly. Understood, this is left to you, boss. Brothers, withdraw. Wang Fei. Originally, he was waiting to be led away by the guild boss this time, soaring directly to level 10. As a result, now I have met a real boss who forced the entire Qingshan Pavilion back by himself. At this moment, Wang Fei felt his heart was bleeding. He was imagining that if the profession he awakened at the beginning was stronger. At this time, will he be taken away by the boss just like Ji Yuxuechen? Heartbroken, Wang Fei was planning to leave with everyone. But at this moment, a voice that was somewhat familiar to him suddenly came. Then what? Leave this silver level copy to me. Both of you, why don't you also retreat together first? Boom, this unhurried voice sounded. The hearts of everyone in Qingshan Pavilion were shocked. Awesome, overbearing, domineering, which giant is here? How dare you say such a thing to a rank 3 boss? For a moment, everyone in Qingshan Pavilion slowed down their retreat. They all looked towards the owner who made the sound. I want to see where it is sacred. With such a domineering confidence. But look at this. Everyone was stunned. How does it look? Not like a big guy. And like a student who has just awakened. In the retreating army of Qingshan Pavilion. The most shocking one was undoubtedly Wang Fei. He looked at the figure in front of him. He even almost called out his name. This man. It was Su Yang. Wang Fei hated Su Yang to the bone. In front of the job-changing temple, she was beaten up by Su Yang in front of everyone and Ji Yuxuechen. Wang Fei estimated that he would remember this incident 10 years later. How do you say it? 10 years is not too late for a gentleman to take revenge. Although Wang Fei didn't know what kind of Su Yang exploded at that time, he actually had such terrifying power. But he believes that as long as he is given a little time, his Ice Mage will definitely crush Su Yang's ordinary fighters. But now, what did he see? Su Yang is actually right. That alone, the woman who forcibly pushed back the entire Green Mountain Pavilion, said to let her take Ji Yuxuechen to withdraw, and leave this silver-level dungeon to him. Pretend to be your mother. Not to mention whether you, Su Yang, can talk to the 3-rank boss. Just a copy of this silver rank. It's full of monsters from level 30 up. The boss has reached level 40. This is what you Su Yang can touch porcelain. My brain is burned out. Wang Fei is very clear. The strength that Su Yang showed in the career-changing temple back then. It's about level 10. He admitted this, so he didn't take the initiative to trouble Su Yang. But now, instead, he began to look forward to Su Yang's end. This 3rd-rank boss doesn't look easy to mess with. Su Yang, who dares to say that? How badly will he be beaten up later? Or was he directly promoted by the boss of the 3rd rank, and returned to the city to be resurrected? Or, Ji Yuxuechen will intercede for him. When it comes to this, Wang Fei is so angry. My goddess has a crush on other boys. It's definitely one of the most shameful things. When Wang Fei was immersing himself in his own world. On the other side, Ji Yuxuechen stood there in a daze. Although she was also surprised that Su Yang appeared here inexplicably. But at this moment, in her heart, there was more confusion and bewilderment. Su Yang just said, let Sister Helan and her withdraw for a while. Leave the silver rank copy to him. Helan. As one of the backbones of UU. Like Shu Yan, They are both rank 3 strong. Since Xu Yan was not free for the time being, she was entrusted to bring Jiyu Xuechen to upgrade. But because the efficiency of spawning monsters in the wild is too slow, Helan simply planned to take Jiyu Xuechen to brush the silver rank dungeon. Just as Jiyu Xuechen's thoughts were messed up. When I can't figure out what's going on with Su Yang. Helan frowned slightly. A trace of displeasure flashed across Su Yang's eyes. Are you talking to me just now? Yup. Facing Helan's questioning. Su Yang nodded lightly indifferently. Then he looked at Jiyu Xuechen, who was at the side, and said hello. I didn't notice it just now, it turned out to be you. Heard the words. Helan was slightly taken aback. Looking at Jiyu Xuechen beside her. You know each other. Well, I know. Jiyu Xuechen nodded, looking nervous. She did not hide that she knew Su Yang. Instead, he was thinking about how to explain to Helan later. So that she won't pursue Su Yang's offensive words just now. But at this moment, Jiyu Xuechen's communication column suddenly received a message. This news came from Xu Yan. After Jiyu Xuechen clicked on the message, she saw exclamation marks all over the screen. Xu Yan. Wow, my sister is back to me. You will never guess why the president asked that handsome guy's name that day. See this screen full of question marks. Jiyu Xuechen was taken aback for a moment. She remembered that Sister Xu Yan asked her sister Xu Yan and Yuan about Su Yang last time. It's just that Xu Yan was in the secret realm at the time, so she didn't reply to the message. Looks like it's answered now. But, why is Sister Xu Yan so excited? Just when Jiyu Xuechen was planning to ask Xu Yan about the situation. Helan on the side already frowned and looked at Su Yang and said. Since I'm Xuechen's classmate, I'll just pretend that nothing happened. You go away quickly, I don't want to shoot you. In Helan's view, Su Yang is Jiyu Xuechen's classmate. Then naturally, they are students who have just completed the awakening ceremony. In this way, even if he has some background and someone guides him, he will only be around level 10 at most now. It is strange to be able to appear in the Weeping Plain where the average level of monsters is 30 and above, let alone want to make a silver level copy. Couldn't it be that this guy felt that his level was too high, so he deliberately came here to suicide and get dropped? Facing Helan's words, Su Yang shook his head helplessly. In fact, if he had a choice, he could give this copy to this woman and Jiyu Xuechen. However, he went to 3 silver level dungeons in a row just now, and found that they were all one step too late, and were swiped first. Now that it's hard to find a silver level dungeon that hasn't started yet, naturally I won't waste this opportunity again. Sorry, I'm doing a job change task. You must brush up this silver level dungeon. Job transfer task. Helan's heart skipped a beat. Didn't expect this guy. The level is actually higher than I guessed. If you want to complete the job change task, you need to reach level 20. 3 days. If you reach level 20. This guy's background should not be simple. There must be a high-level transfer professional who worked tirelessly and led him to spawn a lot of monsters. Only then can he forcefully bring him to level 20 with the experience debuff. But the problem is, one job transfer task. How could it be possible to brush up a copy of the silver rank? This is no joke, even the most difficult 5-star transfer. It is impossible to have such a task of brushing a silver level copy. Helan was about to speak about this. The result is from Green Mountain Pavilion. Suddenly there was a voice. She said exactly what she wanted to say. I'm really upset with Su Yang, pretended Wang Fei. At this time, he stood up and looked at Su Yang with contempt. Su Yang, you're going to die if you don't pretend, right? Even if you are brought to level 20 by the boss again, will there be a silver level copy in your job transfer mission? Let's put this hard outfit. If Wang Fei is here alone, then he must not dare to come out so arrogant. Because he knows that he is not Su Yang's opponent now. However, the main team of the entire Qingshan Pavilion is here now. There's a 3rd rank boss here to play the bottom line. What else has he to be afraid of? Could it be that Su Yang dared to attack him in front of everyone? It was with this confidence that Wang Fei dared to stand up and mock Su Yang in full view. To this, Helan glanced at Wang Fei in displeasure. Although Wang Fei said everything she wanted to say. But what the hell is his domineering look? In her opinion, Su Yang is just a little vague about her position. I don't know how strong I am, so I want to create a silver-level dungeon in a whimsical way. But Wang Fei, to put it bluntly, is a fox pretending to be a tiger, and to put it bluntly, he is a dog relying on others. What are you shouting for? Of course, there is also a small part of the reason. It's because Su Yang looks too handsome, while Wang Fei looks a little ugly. After all, it is always easier for people to forgive handsome men and beautiful women for making mistakes. However, Lan didn't wait to reprimand Wang Fei. Su Yang's eyes had already fallen on Wang Fei. First he was taken aback for a moment, and then he showed a look like a fool. Why is it you again? At the beginning, before the job transfer temple, Wang Fei tried to mock himself. As a result, he was beaten violently by himself. Now, it seems that they have become more courageous because of their large number of people. Feel sorry, brother, don't take your set. Randomly take out a scroll from Curry's personal storage. It is enough to wipe out your entire Green Mountain Pavilion. You, Wang Fei, a guy holding Qingshan Pavilion's thigh, what are you jumping around here? Thinking of this, Su Yang first threw an identification technique at Wang Fei. Level 5 already. Okay, the death penalty for professionals below level 10 is fixed at level 2. Once it is lower than level 2, if it dies again, it will be a real death. Although Wang Fei's fly is disgusting, it must not be a crime worthy of death. If he is below level 2, then Su Yang might not bother to deal with him. But now he's level 5. I'm sorry, I can only send you back to the city to soak in the spring water. Between thoughts, Su Yang directly summoned Magic Blade. This is the first time he has used his exclusive professional skill. Magic Blade turned into an ice prismatic flying blade, hovering around Su Yang's body. Seeing this scene, Wang Fei suddenly had a bad premonition in his heart. But he still held on, and looked at Su Yang with his neck stuck. What do you want to do? Do you want to do something? Let me tell you, I am the success of Qingshan Pavilion. PFF'd. That's not the end of the story. Under Wang Fei's unbelievable eyes, Magic Blade directly penetrated his body. Let Wang Fei turn into a ray of white light, and directly send it. Instantly killed Queen Wang Fei. Magic Blade returned to Su Yang's side. All this happened in a blink of an eye. It even came so close that Su Yang himself was a little surprised. It should be that my two attributes of spirit and strength are too exaggerated. As a result, Magic Blade has reached a terrifying level both in terms of speed and power. Su Yang murmured, not caring about the instant killing of Wang Fei at all. And across from him, whether it's everyone in Qingshan Pavilion or Lan. At this time, there was a look of horror on the face. Killing Wang Fei in seconds was actually nothing. After all, Wang Fei is only level 5, and anyone present can probably do it in seconds. The most important is the Magic Blade used by Su Yang just now. The speed is extremely fast. Qingshan Pavilion everyone couldn't see clearly at all. Only Lan, who has turned 3 times, can clearly capture its traces. But it also means Su Yang's strength definitely surpassed rank 2. Didn't you just say that Ji Yuan and Wang Fei are all classmates? Since they were all classmates, did they undergo job change awakening on the same day? The result is why Wang Fei and Ji Yuan are geniuses who have awakened rare and hidden professions. They are still being taken to upgrade. As a result, Su Yang directly soared to the 2nd rank. For a moment, an indescribable shock climbed into the hearts of everyone. Just staring at Su Yang in a daze, as if looking at some kind of monster. However, at this moment, previously, she had always focused on Ji Yuan, who was communicating with Xu Yan. Suddenly raised his head, the shock on his face was even more shocking than the crowd. Those beautiful eyes looking at Su Yang were full of shock and disbelief. Just now, Xu Yan told her. At that time, why did the chairman of Yuan ask Su Yang the real reason? At first, Yuan the reason why the president Lin Yuyun suddenly asked her if she knew Su Yang. It turned out to be because Su Yang joined Yuan. After seeing this message from Xu Yan, Ji Yuan was in a daze. Yuan, that's a great guild. Currently the entire Tianling city. There are only 2 A-level guilds, Lingshou and Yuyun. Even herself, as a hidden profession. Before growing up, you can only join Yu as a transition. But Su Yang, it went directly over these processes. The most important is, originally, Yu Xueqin was still confused. That is, Yuan only accepts female members. Why make an exception for Su Yang? Xu Yan answered this confusion for her. What followed was a double shock. Su Yang, it turned out to have completed a turn as early as the day before yesterday. And he passed the most difficult 5-star job transfer. Became the first 5-star job changer in Tianling City in the past 10 years. Boom. When seeing this information, Yu Xueqin felt her mind go blank. Although she doesn't know much about Su Yang. But she and Su Yang are at the same starting line. But now, Su Yang has joined the A-level guild. And has completed the extremely difficult 5-star transfer. Look at yourself again, as a hidden profession. Still being taken to upgrade. I don't know how long it will take to reach the standard of 1 turn at level 20. For a moment, Yu Xueqin had a premonition in her heart. It won't be long before Su Yang and her will become people in 2 worlds. Sister Helan, the shock in my heart. It made Yu Xueqin's voice tremble slightly. Huh, what's the matter? Helan noticed that there seemed to be something strange about Yu Xueqin beside her. After recovering from the shocked state, she looked at Yu Xueqin. Sister Xu Yan told me just now. He is now a member of Yuan. Helan, Su Yang, is a member of Yuan. How can that be? Yuan, that is an extremely powerful A-level guild. Even if it is Yu, which is a sister guild, only the most elite core members have the opportunity to join. Not to mention, the practice of Yuan. Only recruit girls, not boys. This guy named Su Yang. To what extent do you have to be excellent to be recruited exceptionally? Immediately, Helan suppressed the shock in his heart, and immediately asked Xu Yan to verify the matter. After getting a clear answer, she was immediately dumbfounded. Complete a turn in 2 days. 5-star difficulty transfer. And many more. Then he just said, brushing the silver level dungeon is to do the job transfer task. He turned to. Suddenly, the sense of absurdity was 10 times stronger than before. Let Helan's whole body petrify in place. Just staring at Su Yang in a daze. Even until he entered the silver level dungeon, he never came back to his senses. A copy of the silver rank. Cave of Pain. Hey, it's so troublesome. Su Yang sighed helplessly. In fact, he did not expect to meet Wang Fei, Yu Xueqin and others here. Not to mention the slightest thought of pretending in front of them. After all, it's no fun when you're pretending to be crushed. It's like a millionaire going to tell a beggar on the street how much money I have in my card. It's not going to be cool, it's just boring. If you want to pretend, you have to pretend with awesome people. For example, when he is at rank 6 or 7, and then pretends to be with someone at rank 5, that would be cool. Try to see if I can get to rank 5 in another week. Su Yang thought silently. His idea, if it is known by other rank 5 powerhouses. It is estimated that he will vomit blood directly from the anger. Every rank 5 professional is an extremely powerful existence. In the second-tier cities, they are almost the top group of people. Which of them didn't spend more than 10 years, or even decades, and paid countless prices to get to this point? However, Su Yang actually wanted to turn 5 for a week. There is no need to waste time for the copy of the silver rank. Just destroy it. Seeing the mobs gathering towards him, Su Yang thought so. Immediately afterwards, the backhand directly pulled out an epic scroll. The epic scroll is used to clear the field. It seems a bit overkill. Forget it, the worst thing in the backpack is the epic scroll, and there is nothing more to pull. Thinking of this, Su Yang directly released the skills sealed in the scroll. Ding, you killed a level 35 demon wolf, experience plus 133. Ding, you killed a level 38 elite falling spirit tiger, experience plus 234. Ding, a large piece of information prompts to refresh the screen. But Su Yang didn't feel anything. How do you say something? After experiencing the beautiful young woman, the hand has no feeling. This bit of experience, the total sum is less than 10,000 points, who should I send away? I can't go back. Sigh. Su Yang directly stepped across the ruins. Go directly to the boss in the depths of the secret realm. After a while, Su Yang saw that, hiding in the corner, the trembling boss Frost Giant Tiger. Although it is said that the boss of the low-level dungeon has no sanity. But the basic instinct of being a living thing is still there. Just ask, when you see a handy hand, you will kill all your men in seconds. Even the killing god who almost broke the entire secret realm. What would you think? Hiding in the corner and shivering, but not directly hitting him to death, is already the last bottom line for it as a boss. 3 minutes, Su Yang murmured. Magic Blade was summoned. This time, according to Su Yang's idea, Magic Blade turned into a huge hammer. 3.2.1. The countdown is over. The huge magic hammer fell. It directly smashed the silver-ranked boss into meat sauce. Ding! You killed the silver-level dungeon boss Frost Giant Tiger, experience plus 6321. Followed by the message. Su Yang showed a satisfied smile. As a coward, one should have the consciousness of being a coward. Those who grind and chirp are all wise, and fast, precise and ruthless is the way to go. As for the bunch of equipment that exploded from the boss, Su Yang didn't even look at it, and swept it into his personal warehouse like sweeping garbage. He already dislikes the platinum-level equipment. Still looking at these silver-level equipment. After finishing all this simply and neatly, Su Yang teleported out of the secret realm directly. Total time spent, less than 3 minutes. Outside the copy of the secret realm. After Su Yang sent it out. Glancing at the job change task panel. Clear 2 silver-level dungeons by 1 player, and kill the boss within 3 minutes after encountering the boss 1/2. Perfect. Now there is only 1 time left, and I can complete the second job transfer. I don't know how strong I will become after the second transformation is completed. I was thinking about it. Su Yang suddenly felt that the surrounding environment was a little quiet. Involuntarily raised his head and glanced. You haven't left yet. He looked at the people around him. At this moment, he looked at himself as if he had seen a ghost. Su Yang was slightly surprised. But then again, from entering the dungeon by yourself to sending out after the single brush is over. It seems that only 3 or 4 minutes have passed, and this group of guys haven't left yet, which is normal. I don't want to think about what other people think. Su Yang just casually nodded to Ji Yuxuechen, the only person he knew, and left here. There is still a silver-level dungeon waiting for him to solo, and there is no time to waste time with these guys here. After Su Yang left, everyone present was dumbfounded. It's just too magical what happened. As a result, their brains have not yet processed it. Especially the people from Qingshan Pavilion. At this time, it is even more collectively encircled. Very beginning, they are led by the president. Ready to start attacking this silver-level dungeon. In the end, a third-rank boss of Yu came out of nowhere. He said that he wanted to buy this silver-level dungeon and let them leave quickly. At this time, Su Yang appears. First let the third-rank boss of Yu give him the dungeon. Then he gave Wang Fei a ticket back to the city, directly in front of everyone. Now, another 3 minutes. Completed a silver-level copy directly. Is this really something humans can do? 3 minutes, enough for what? I'm afraid that if I smoke a cigarette, I won't get a butt. As a result, he just finished brushing it alone, with a chic attitude. What is newbie? This is called awesomeness. It's not just people from Qingshan Pavilion. At this time, He Lan, as the strongest player in the audience, also stood in the wind and was messed up. As a rank 3 powerhouse, she can completely take Ji Yuxuechen to wipe out this silver-level dungeon. But, it will take at least half an hour. Half an hour, and 3 minutes. This is no longer a simple 10-fold gap that can explain the problem. She is completely crushed by combat power. Look at Ji Yuxuechen again. She at this time, Dan's lips parted slightly, watching the back of Su Yang leaving. While staring absent-mindedly for a long time, my mind went blank. She was still thinking. After a while, she may be pulled a long distance by Su Yang. But now it seems, not for a while, but now, right now. She and Su Yang are no longer from the same world. After leaving the plains of Wailing, Su Yang searched around on the map given by Bai Ling. Among them, 2 more copies of the silver rank were brushed. In the end, it took about 3 hours to finally find a newly generated silver-level copy. Another 4 or 5 minutes. Finish the single brush. Simple and hassle-free. It can only be said that the things dropped by those guys in the question group are so useful that he directly made him a cracked version. Glancing at the job change task panel. Clear 2 silver level dungeons by 1 player, and kill the boss within 3 minutes after encountering the boss 2 halves. Complete the task perfectly, just when Su-Yong wanted to go to the teleportation point. When returning to the job-changing temple in Dongling City to submit the task. Suddenly, task panel, there have been some changes. Detected the perfect completion of the 5-star job transfer task. Series hidden job transfer missions open. Phase 1, the lost rusty key. Task introduction. At the location marked on the map, there is a terrifying beast dormant here, as if guarding something. Additional rewards for mission completion. 5% increase in all attributes, a copy of the Special Profession Magic Warrior Legendary Skill Book. Remark. 1. The hidden job transfer task will only be opened after completing the 5-star job transfer, which is related to career development. 2 series hidden job transfer tasks will open new stages for each subsequent job transfer. 3. Hidden job transfer tasks can be abandoned without any impact on normal job transfer tasks. See the changes to the task panel. Su-Yong was stunned. Hidden. Job transfer task. Originally, he thought that the 5-star job transfer task was the end of the job transfer. Did not expect. There is actually a series of hidden missions. And it seems that it is also related to my future special career development. Immediately, Su-Yong became interested. You know, his current occupation is Special Demon Warrior. This is a profession that cannot be obtained through awakening the day before yesterday, and can only be obtained through 5-star job transfer. If he guessed correctly, completing this series of hidden job transfer tasks will definitely have a great impact on his subsequent career advancement. Not to mention, that mission reward, it can be described as extremely high quality. Magic Warrior exclusive legendary skill book. Even Magic Blade is just an epic skill. How strong is this legendary skill? Even, there is also a 5% bonus to all attributes. Just for these 2 rewards. It is not a loss to complete this hidden job transfer task. Immediately, Su-Yong decided to accept this hidden mission. The prompt sounded as the mission was accepted. In the personal backpack, there is an extra map. On this, a position is marked. This location has already left the scope of Dongling City. Rather, it is located in a high-level field area in Tianling City. Among the monsters, the average level is above level 40. This is the gold content of the hidden job transfer task. The monsters in the silver level dungeon are only around level 30, so the boss has reached level 40. This goes directly to the area above level 40. The so-called terrifying beast, couldn't it be more than 50 levels? If you don't open it, it feels like no one can complete it. Su-Yong murmured. A trace of excitement flashed in his eyes. This kind of thing that others can't do, only the coercion can do. Don't tell me, it's really exciting to do. To be on the safe side, first go to Tianji Pavilion and buy some unbounded gems. As long as you can equip that star-level dagger, you should be able to run over it all the way. Well, it's a strategy of nucleating emotion and reasoning.